Homecoming 2015 at Ashe County High School pits the host Ashe County Huskies against the visiting Blackhawks of West Wilkes. Good evening, I'm Tyler Ashe alongside Nathan Ham, proud to bring you the action here at Husky Stadium on another edition of Friday Night Football on Sky Zone Sports on Sky Zone HD Channel 1. We thank you for tuning in tonight. And Nate, it should be a interesting battle here tonight as we're going to crown a homecoming queen, later a king, and hopefully crown the Huskies with another victory here tonight as they look to keep things rolling in Mountain Valley play.
Yeah, we've seen Ashe really pick it up as the seasons went along. They just keep playing better each and every week, and this week West Wilkes comes up the mountain. They'll try to see if they can score their first Mountain Valley win of the year. At the same time, the Huskies hope to stay unblemished in the conference rankings.
Ashe comes into this one at 3-3 overall. 2-0 in conference play. West Wilkes 2-4 on the campaign and 0-2 in conference play. And Nate, before we get into the game here tonight, let's take a look at the Ashe County Ford keys to the game tonight. And of course, it's going to be a quick turnaround here for Ashe tonight, playing Monday night against Wilkes Central.
Yeah, a little bit different schedule this week for the Huskies. But as you said, keys of the game for tonight: establish the run. They've been working on that each and every game, especially late in games, trying to salt that clock away when we do have some leads. And as always, limit the big plays. We've had our issues at times this year, but for the most part, the Huskies really working on that, especially through conference play, getting a lot better and getting that defense off the field.
And we're just about ready for kickoff. Huskies in the home purple, West Wilkes in the visiting white, the black pants, orange accents. And this one is going to be handled right around the goal line. Dangerous return attempt here, and going to be stopped just outside of the 10-yard line. Gang tackled was the return man. They should let that thing roll on back into the end zone.
Yeah, kind of surprised he didn't right there. Would have been an easy touchback there. Instead, tries to pick it up. Not a very good return. Pretty bad field position to start this first Blackhawk drive.
And before we get into the first play from scrimmage, we would like to again thank our communications partner, Carolina West Wireless, reminding you that 4G LTE is here. And our first play from scrimmage is going to be a handoff. Nothing too fancy there up the middle. Running the quarterback position tonight, we'll see number 4, Trenton Walsh, a junior QB for the West Wilkes Blackhawks. And Nate, a guy to watch on this West Wilkes offense, certainly Chandler Cottle. We saw him last year break away a couple of big-time runs in what was a lopsided outcome there. The Huskies coming away with a big-time victory, but certainly a dangerous player out of the backfield.
Yeah, he's a very solid running back. Good speed, not the biggest guy in the world, but certainly pretty good speed, and seems like he's been at West Wilkes forever, and I think he finally is a senior this year.
Shotgun set, they're going to throw to the near side, and in and out of the hands of the intended target, looking to Noah Dancy. Running back out of the backfield that time, unsuccessful. That's going to bring up a quick third down.
Yeah, good job there by Ashe, all over that play. 3rd and 6 here, see if they can get off the field quickly, give their offense a chance to put up the first points of the night.
So a third down opportunity. Ashe going to be looking to get West Wilkes off the field quickly. Ball on the 15-yard line. Dropping back to pass again as Walsh fires across the middle, but behind his intended target was looking in the way of J.C. Dixon. That goes incomplete, Nate, and if you're Coach Hunt, you don't want to see this from your team, a quick 3 and out.
Yeah, you obviously hoped your offense could do a little bit better here on their first drive. On the other side of the field, the Husky defense has to feel really good off the field in 3 plays, and they'll get the ball right to their dangerous offensive attack. And the Blackhawks, they'll be up against it, see what they can do.
Punter in his own end zone. He'll step out, barely gets it off, but it's a good high kick. And takes a nice bounce there. Going to roll inside the 40-yard line where it will be down. And we'll see this Ashe County team come back onto the field. Of course, they're going to be led by junior quarterback Colin Ellis, and our K&K Stitch and Screen player to watch, number 4, Mason McNeil, wide out for the Huskies. Last year, Nate, we saw it against West Wilkes down in Millers Creek, had a whale of a game.
Yeah, the Huskies had a real big game in that all around, but especially Mason McNeil, 6 catches, 97 yards, and 3 scores. And just glad to see him healthy for tonight's game. We saw him get a little banged up last time out. but tonight looks like he's going to be ready to go.
How about this empty set for the Huskies on the first play? Ellis hit as he throws and delivered a pretty good ball across the middle, just over the intended target, Judd Price, but he had to rush that throw a little bit. Some nice pressure from that West Wilkes defense.
Yeah, Judd was open there, but as you said, West Wilkes got in there nicely with the pass rush, able to disrupt the timing on that throw.
Under duress a bit was Ellis. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. West Wilkes did win the opening coin toss this ball game. They did elect to receive, as we saw them on offense. Quick 3 and out, so we know Ashe, and they prefer this anyway. Going to get the ball to start the second half. Here's a nice little completion to Judd Price. He can move after the catch. He's inside of West Wilkes territory, still on his feet at the 36, and he's finally going to be brought down in a big-time game there. That's what we're used to seeing from this Husky offense.
Yeah, just a really simple crossing route over the middle of the field, but West Wilkes, nobody in the vicinity there for the coverage, and Price turns it upfield. A big-time game for the Huskies.
The development of Judd Price just continues. He's having a very nice season. Still hard to believe, Nate. Of course, at this point, you can't say it now, this far into the season, that he's a very young player to be playing here on the varsity level in terms of his experience, but he's had a heck of a season as we see a quick offsides penalty. Encroachment against the defense, that'll be a 5-yard penalty, make it 1st down and 5, but he has been huge this season for the development of this Ashe County offense and taking a lot of the pressure off of Mason McNeil.
Yeah, we saw when the Huskies had their most success last year, they had 2 really good wideouts out there on the edge with both Jacob Blevins, Mason McNeil. And good to see Price step up this year to give Ashe those same pair of weapons outside.
Going to the ground game, look at Sullivan turning upfield, still on his feet, rolling all the way down near the 10-yard line. And how about that powerful run from the junior tailback?
Exactly what you'd like to see from Sullivan. Big, powerful kid. And there, just keep those legs moving. Another big gainer for the Huskies.
That's going to make it 1st down and goal. It is right on the 10-yard line. We'll see 4 wideouts this time. See if they go to Sullivan again after the big gainer. Here he goes. Handoff up the middle. And he'll get it down there close to the 5-yard line. Ball square in the middle of the field. Stop made by number 77, Nate Robinson, the junior defensive end. Nate, this is a team in the Blackhawks that's really found difficulty having success and being able to sustain it here the last 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah, it seems like they had a nice little run there for a couple years.
And into the end zone. Yeah, speaking of nice runs, on cue, there is Sky Sullivan into the end zone. What a great way to start off homecoming for the Ashe County Huskies with a quick 6.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a whole lot better start there. You get a 3 and out by your defense, and your offense comes out, scores quickly, and gives the Huskies an early lead.
So they're first to put up a score, as we see on the Miller Insurance scoreboard. Glad to have them on board as always. Proudly serving the high country located in downtown West Jefferson. Be sure to check out Miller Insurance for all your insurance needs. And the extra point attempt is up, and it's good from Kendall Richardson. So tack on one more, 7-0 here at the 9:24 mark. Nate, as we take a look at that, Ashe County Ford drive to the end zone.
6 plays, 62 yards. You saw a little bit of that on the ground. That's a good mixing up there of the offense. Of course, Sky Sullivan capped that off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Just a little over a minute and a half on the field.
Great start there for this Husky offense and team in general. They really got the ground game going here the past couple of weeks, and we saw it against Wilkes Central. And Allegheny as well, being able to seal the deal and put away a game. We saw them really struggle and nearly cost them the contest down there at Alexander Central. It seems like the Huskies really have things going on the ground attack.
Yeah, it's been a whole new look to that ground attack from the beginning of the season until now, and it's something Coach Hampton certainly has to be pleased with. And the Huskies really able to benefit and salt these games away when they had the big leads.
And the flag is drawn against Ashe County. It'll be offsides. So they'll back them up 5 yards here and make them re-kick. And while we have a moment, we'll take a look at the stats from last season, Nate, against West Wilkes. Some big games all around there for the Ashe County Huskies.
I see a couple of familiar names on that list. Had some big games that are no longer part of the program. Connor Bowers, 14 of 22, 248 yards, 4 scores. And, of course, Bradley Lucas down there helped lead the defense last season.
So now a kickoff again after the 5-yard penalty, and this one is going to bounce and go out of bounds, drawing yet another flag. So now if you're Coach Hunt and West Wilkes, what do you do here, Nate? Do you take the penalty yards, or will you back them up another 5 and take your chances on another kickoff?
You know, I would probably take the penalty yards, but looks like he may be electing to make them re-kick here. Got a lot of faith in his returner. See if he can get some open field there, maybe make an even bigger return than taking the ball at the 40.
Back deep to return, we do see number 15, Randall Trapp, number 7, J.C. Dixon. We'll see if this works to their advantage, maybe trying to catch that special teams of the Huskies, maybe a little worn out after having to run down the field 2 times. Ashe County will line up from their own 30 now, another 5-yard penalty, and Richardson puts his big foot into this one. Still a very nice kick, going to be fielded around the 13-yard line by Trapp, and he is met right at the 30-yard line. Great job closing in there by the Husky special teams unit.
Yeah, you got to think West Wilkes coach there might wish he would have taken that penalty, had a little bit better starting position.
So now Blackhawks try to take flight on this offensive drive, starting at their own 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Ashe County defense looked great on the previous possession, forcing a 3 and out. They'll look to do the same again as we see a quick run off the right tackle. Nothing doing there. Connell gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Looks like number 33, Caleb Cooper, on that tackle for Ashe County.
Cooper leading the way for the Huskies on that defensive play. No gain, makes it 2nd down and 10 for West Wilkes. Walsh in the gun. They'll hand it off. Short gain on that play as it goes to Ortiz that time.
Number 77, Josh Hamilton.
Josh Hamilton bringing him down.
Gain of a few on that play, still bringing up.
And that's going to force him into another 3rd and long situation, Nate, which you don't want to get into here too much if you're West Wilkes.
Yeah, it's been 2 nice defensive stands in a row for the Huskies. Just not letting that ground game of the Blackhawks go anywhere so far.
Shotgun set again. We'll see 2 men come out wide on the near side. And he'll roll out this way with Walsh. He's going to try to go for it himself, and no, sir, says Richardson, but we do see a flag come in on the end of that. Looks like a horse collar.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get Richardson there. Couldn't quite tell. Had a lot of jersey, but Richardson, he was pretty adamant. Looked like he didn't get him around the horse collar area, but the referees disagree with that, and it'll be a 1st down off the penalty for the Blackhawks.
Of course, the Ashe County coaching staff won't agree with that call, or the crowd here at ACHS tonight. And that's going to be a personal foul. 15-yard penalty will keep the drive alive for the Blackhawks, so they're going to be gifted here. Boy, you got to love the aggressiveness. It's carried over from last week. We really saw Richardson shine, and there we see him very early in this one.
Yeah, he's had just really 2 good weeks in a row. Obviously, you hate to see that penalty there, but still, it's a great job getting out on the edge and not giving up any long runs.
That's actually going to make it 3rd down and 1, excuse me, and they are going to go for it, and I don't know if he got it. It's going to be close.
I think they knocked him back a little bit right there. I think it's going to be 4th and short.
Noah Dancy, the ball carrier for West Wilkes.
There was Noah Dancy on the carry. See Coach Hampton, he's not too pleased with the spot on that. That may be enough to give him the 1st down.
Yeah, that's a very generous spot. I'm not sure he got across the 40, let alone up to the 41, but we don't have a whole lot of say up here.
And we're going to get an official timeout as they're going to bring on the chain gang, it looks like, and we'll get a measurement. A very good spot that time for West Wilkes. We'll see if it's enough to garner the 1st down. She'll stretch out the pylon, and it looks like it is by a nose. First down, Blackhawks.
I'm sure the Husky coaching staff not pleased with that at all. I think the Ashe defense certainly didn't let him get back to the line of scrimmage, but they're saying he got a little bit of forward progress there. So tough break for Ashe. Be first down for the Blackhawks.
Move those chains as we approach the 7-minute mark here in the first period. 7-0 on the Miller Insurance scoreboard. In favor of the host Ashe County Huskies, it is homecoming 2015. See who's crowned homecoming queen at the halftime show. And there's a nice handoff up the middle. Got close to the first down, then bowls his way forward and picks up the first as Dancy after just picking up the first down on the previous play. Nice run there.
Yeah, Wes Wilkes certainly a few more weapons this year than last year. We saw last year's team pretty much exclusively all Chandler Caudle, but this year already mixing in Noah Dancy a little bit, and we'll see Alex Ortiz later as well.
And another first down quickly picked up by the Blackhawks. Moves it into Husky territory for the first time tonight at the 48-yard line. Here's a run off the left side. That one not nearly as successful, maybe a gain of 2 as Dancy gets the carry once again.
Number 11, Tristan Jones, a short gain for West Wilkes.
So far, Nate, they've really spread the ball around and coming out of the backfield with these H-backs.
Yeah, West Wilkes doing a good job trying to keep the Ashe defense a little on its heels at least with multiple ball carriers, but you know the Husky defense still going to key on Caudle all night long.
Caudle in the gun. Here comes the option. He's going to keep it himself, and how about that play from Luis Ramos?
Very nice play from Ramos. Just such a good player out there, and Ashe so happy to have him back. Missed the first few games of the year, and of course missed most of last season. He's had a big impact coming back for the Huskies this year.
He downs Walsh in the backfield. Loss of about a yard, we'll call it. Brings up 3rd down and 11 as the ball is on midfield. You talk about it. Ramos coming back from that injury, Nate. Really, probably just now, the last week or so, really in game shape, and he shows it.
Yeah, they took their time bringing him back, as they should have, but right now it looks like he's ready to go a whole game and playing really well out there.
How about this move, pump fake, and the throw to the H-back, and he's going to get the first down. Does Alex Ortiz. Some nice open field moves there, and that'll keep this drive alive.
Yeah, Ortiz, just a sophomore out there. That's a good young kid the Blackhawks will feature, especially the next couple of years. But on that play there, good job getting open, making some guys miss.
Yeah, we saw that look. We saw trips to the right, stacked receivers, pump fakes to the right, and then dumps it off to Ortiz coming out of the backfield. And that's enough to garner the first down. Big time gain there as we see him go to the ground game to Dancy, and he dives ahead inside the 30-yard line. Seeing some different looks and having some success on this drive are the Blackhawks.
Yeah, West Wilkes putting something together here down inside the Husky 30-yard line. 5 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Gain of 5 on that play makes it 2nd down and 5. Ball just inside the Ashe County 30-yard line. West Wilkes working it downfield nicely. Dancy gets the call again. Very similar play call to the previous one, and it's going to gain a couple of yards. So we see some Husky players there slow to get up, Ramos and Hamilton. It's a couple of big bodies. I don't want to be underneath them if I'm Noah Dancy.
Yeah, that's he's hoping to get up a little bit faster than that.
So make it 3rd down and 4 now. See if the Husky defense can get this West Wilkes team off the field. Shotgun snap goes to Walsh. He's just going to hand it off up the middle. There goes Dancy, first down and then some as he's inside the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Another great run from the tailback.
Yeah, nice tackle there from Sam Hudler, able to keep that run from getting all the way to the end zone. But as you said, West Wilkes finding some yardage and momentum here with his ground attack. Going to be inside the red zone.
So we'll see how they operate in the red zone territory. First time there tonight. Ball at the 17-yard line where it will be 1st and 10 for the Blackhawks. Goes the handoff. Nice hesitation there. Move from Cottle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Chandler Cottle able to get through some defenders and make it to the
Wow,
end
what a
zone.
powerful run that time.
Touchdown
Nice
of the
little
game for
stutter step
Wilkes.
almost in the backfield. Finds the open hole and then takes it in from 17 yards out.
That was a nice answer from the Blackhawks on offense. Ashe marched down the field a lot quicker than that, but for the Blackhawks, doesn't really matter how long it took. It's one kick away here from being a tie game.
We saw a nice look there on the Mountain Outfitters replay. Can get great shots just like that from a GoPro camera that you can get down at Mountain Outfitters in downtown West Jefferson, along with all your outdoor needs. Check out Mountain Outfitters. Now the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So we are tied up
Extra point by Nick Nuzzolillo
at the 3:29 mark in the first period of play, as the Blackhawks find an answer and piece together a very nice drive. And Nate, they milked almost half the quarter on that one.
Yeah, that's a good drive for a team that likes to run the ball a lot. 12 plays, 69 yards, 5 minutes, 49 seconds off the clock. And Chandler Cottle didn't use him a whole lot on that drive, but when they needed something, he was the one that ripped off a big play and a big touchdown run.
Drive to the end zone, driven to you locally by Ashe County Ford. As we are knotted up here at Ashe County High School Homecoming 2015. Nice drive piece together by the Blackhawks. Noah Dancy really led the charge with a couple of nice carries. And Alex Ortiz, nice catch out of the backfield. As you said it there, it was Chandler Cottle. They didn't really use him at all on that drive until that 17-yard scamper for the TD. And we saw his breakaway capabilities last year, and we saw it again right there.
Yeah, he's certainly one of the better running backs in this conference, and he's just given teams a fit pretty much his whole career this year, no different. And Wes Wilkes certainly happy to have him on the team.
We'll see Nick Nuzzolillo kick this one off, fresh off of his PAT. Huskies wind up deep to return. And it's a short kick. Squib kick that will be fielded right at the 20-yard line. Here's McNeil with some room to operate up the sideline. Closes quickly, though. He does get out across the 30-yard line. Nice job containing him by the special teams unit of West Wilkes. Leading the way was number 10, Kyle Gamble, senior outside linebacker. And also number 44, Brett Shore.
33-yard line where Ashe will start their drive with a
So Ashe County will start off their second offensive drive on their own 33-yard line on the near hash. Twin receivers to the left and the right. Richardson and Thompson on the bottom of the screen. The handoff goes to Sullivan. He cuts it back outside. So he didn't want to try to fight between the tackles and just gets maybe a yard or two on the first down carry.
77, Nate Robinson there in on the tackle.
Gain of 2 yards on that play for the Huskies. It'll be a 2nd and 8 now coming up.
Huskies quickly back to work. Trips to the left of Ellis. Plenty of time to fire this one out, but again, he can't quite connect with Judd Price. We saw him overthrow him on that first possession, and there he does so again as the streaking Price can't be found.
Yeah, Judd Price there easily wide open, but the throw just not there so far for Ellis tonight. Struggled just a little bit. I'm sure he'll find his rhythm as the game continues.
He was a little inaccurate at times this season early on. Seems to have figured it out at the quarterback position. We see a deep ball to McNeil just out of his reach, a diving effort. Boy, that would have been a highlight reel play.
Yeah, that would have been a huge pass play there. Great effort from McNeil. Once again, that throw just a little bit off for Colin Ellis. That'll force a 4th down and 8. And looks like McNeil going to stay out there to punt the ball away for the Huskies.
So a 3 and out for the Huskies. As you said, McNeil will drop back to punt this one away, ball on their own 35. Obvious punting situation on 4th and 8. Good snap. Sort of a low line drive kick, going to be fielded And kneel down immediately does Alex Ortiz. It's going to be some nice field possession here for West Wilkes, and a good job there from their defense making a stand.
And we'll see if their offense can come up with another solid drive like they did last time, or if the Husky defense can step up here and keep the Blackhawks out of the end zone and maybe get the offense back out there with some decent field position of its own.
So at the 2:32 mark, see West Wilkes come back onto the field on offense. Weather-wise, it's looking good here for tonight on homecoming festivities. We have had some hairbenders in the past, we'll call it.
Oh yeah, it's we've had some rough homecomings every now and then. Don't know what later in the evening will hold, but right now it's a really nice evening for some football.
So we have a timeout called on the field. Good night for homecoming 2015. Our score 7-all here at the 2:32 mark at Ashe County High School. Glad to have you tuned in once again on Sky Zone Sports. So the Huskies will look to keep things rolling in conference play. In a few minutes, we'll take a look at where things stand right now. We've got some other big games in action tonight as we speak. And here goes another handoff up the gut. Here's Dancy, got the first down, lowers his shoulder, takes a defender with him, and he gets it quickly into Ashe County territory.
Yeah, West Wilkes has to be pleased with what they're seeing so far. Not just Chandler Caudill doing damage on the ground, but we've seen Noah Dancy reel off 2 or 3 pretty sizable runs.
Yeah, they've really found something that's working nicely. That play up the middle with Dancy utilizing his toughness and speed out of the backfield. Pretty good 1-2 combo with he and Chandler coming at you.
It is. West Wilkes, they've played pretty much all their games pretty tightly this year. They've had some defensive lapses here and there. But
there goes Chandler again. This time he's breaking away. It's a foot race to the end zone. You're not going to catch him. 10-5 and touchdown.
And just as we were talking, that rushing attack really just having its way with the Husky defense right now. Caudill just practically untouched there, and that'll give the Blackhawks an early lead.
West Wilkes finds pay dirt once again, as we see on the Mountain Outfitters replay. That breakaway speed from Chandler Caudill. We saw it on the last drive from 17 yards out. That was almost to midfield on that carry. Using his speed, once he gets out to the edge, you're not going to catch him. And they have taken the lead now, 13-7, pending the extra point. Snap, the hold. Kick is up, but it is wide right. No good. They'll have to settle for 6, but hey, the damage has been done, Nate. They've got the early lead here at the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, Blackhawks up 13-7, and nice job mixing it up on the ground. Going with Dancy, a little bit of Chandler Caudill as well, and Caudill with a big home run threat there, and he comes through with a very nice 48-yard touchdown run.
As we take a look there at the Ashe County Ford drive to the end zone, only took them 2 plays, as you mentioned, to go 62 yards, and 48 of that was from Chandler Caudill, courtesy of the senior tailback, as he took it from 48 yards out for the TD, basically untouched. An extra point attempt off the mark, but West Wilkes has the lead as we are at the 2-minute mark in the first period. 13-7 in favor of the visiting Blackhawks. Now, Nate, this is something we haven't seen the Huskies faced with in about 3 games now, is playing from behind. How do you think they're going to respond here tonight? An unusual situation with the way they've been playing the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be all right. We've seen the competition level go down just a little bit from some of those earlier games when we trailed early. But tonight, certainly homecoming, maybe a little bit of early contest jitters for the Huskies coming into tonight. But I think they'll respond okay here as the first half continues.
Onside kick attempt, but going to be fallen upon there at the 45-yard line by Ben Brown.
Ben Brown calling on that kickoff.
Nice job corralling that one, and the Huskies will be blessed with great field position to start off this drive, their own 45 on the near hash. Last time a little unusual, Nate, and a 3-and-out for the Huskies.
Yeah, and maybe a little bit unusual there as well from West Wilkes to give Ashe a really good field position. We've seen all year the Huskies don't need a whole lot of time to strike quick, and for West Wilkes, they're pretty much willing to concede some good field position to the Huskies.
Ellis all day to throw, looking down the near sideline, and it's going to be intercepted. Boy, an athletic play. We called his name on offense, but how about that one from Alex Ortiz?
Great job there. He almost looked like the receiver on that play. Good job by the West Wilkes defensive backs there. Had good coverage, and Colin Ellis, probably a throw he should not have made. Maybe waited a little bit, looked at some of his other guys, but nonetheless, momentum all on the West Wilkes sideline right now.
Yeah, and you called it by the looks of it, especially from up here atop the press box. That looked like it was intended for Ortiz all the way.
Yeah, it's a tough throw there from Ellis, but Huskies, they'll toughen up out here, see if the defense can get the ball back for them.
We've seen Ellis a little bit off tonight. He's overthrown some men, and they're way overthrown, and it cost him. As we saw the pick by Ortiz. Ramos makes a nice stop there on that Husky defensive front.
Second down coming up for West Wilkes, still with 10 to go.
Call it a gain of 1. Brings up second down and 9. But a big turnover here in the early going, as you said it. Momentum now fully in the favor of the black and orange Blackhawks. Second and 9, handoff. Tries to stutter step, and not much success that time for Chandler Cottle. He's gang tackled. Leading the way for the Huskies, Alex Richardson.
Gain of a couple on the play. He is brought down by a host of Husky defenders.
Also Sam Hudler in on that one.
Less than a minute to play in the first quarter. It'll be a third down now coming up.
Under a minute to go in this first period. West Wilkes going to be in a tough situation here. 3rd and 8 on their own 19-yard line. We'll see if the Huskies can get the ball right back and then try to straighten things out on offense after the turnover on their previous drive. Ball on the 19-yard line. And it's a reverse handoff. Now trying to cut back again to the near side of the field is number 7. And, oh, man, takes a big hit as he's knocked out of bounds. That was that was Alex Ortiz trying to make something happen, but really the Huskies had that one sniffed out from the get-go, it appeared.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of side-to-side running there for Ortiz. Not a whole lot up the field, and good job by the Ashe defense not to break there. It'll force a 4th down.
Yeah, you said more east and west than anything, and now it's going to bring up a punting situation. 4th down and 4. They did get it out to the 24-yard line. Standing at his own 8-yard line. He'll punt this one away, just gets it off. It's a low kick, but takes a favorable bounce. Price wants no part of it, and it's going to roll all the way inside of the Ashe County 20-yard line. That's a heck of a punt right there in that situation, all the way down to the 18.
Yeah, can't ask for a much better punt there. Force Ashe back well inside his 20-yard line there. Thought we might get some decent field position from that defensive stop, but instead, a great roll off of that punt. Still over 10 seconds left here in the first quarter.
So the Huskies come back onto the field and inside their own 20-yard line, what will likely be the final play of the first quarter, trailing 13-7. 4 wide set. Ellis going to just keep it himself. Falls ahead, maybe got a yard on that play.
Ellis holds on to the ball. He is
as we see the clock hit zeros. That will do it for the first period of play tonight. Homecoming at Ashe County High School. Ashe on the short end after 1. See what kind of adjustments can be made for the purple and silver Huskies. They trail this one 13-7 at the end of 1. We'll be back with second quarter action on Sky Zone Sports on Sky Zone HD, Channel 1.
When it comes to insuring your home, business, automobiles, and property, you want an agency you can depend on. Miller Insurance has been serving this region for more than 60 years and are proud to now represent Everett Cash Mutual, which specializes in insuring farm property, equipment, livestock, and more. Before you renew your insurance policies, give us a call at 336-246-7151 or come see us in downtown West Jefferson. Miller Insurance is proud to be your hometown insurance agency that supports our hometown teams.
Little's Health and Fitness began in 1981. We are a 24/7, full-service, family-friendly fitness center with the finest equipment from Life Fitness, Hammer Strength, and Body Masters, as well as a great staff to help you get started. We have a 22-piece cardio area, so waiting is rarely a problem. We offer group classes for all levels, an extensive array of weights and machines, perfect for the beginner to advanced. We also have meal replacement shakes, tanning, dressing rooms with private showers, personal trainers, and child care is also available.
Welcome back to Ashe County High School on homecoming on more Friday Night Football on Sky Zone Sports on Sky Zone HD Channel 1. West Wilkes, Ashe County Huskies, and the score after the first. It is the Blackhawks on top 13-7 as we commence the second quarter of play. Tyler Ashe alongside Nathan Ham and our graphics coordinator Corbin Richardson. Glad to be in with you tonight. We'll start out here with Ashe with the ball in the second period. Trailing, as we mentioned, by 6. Second down and 9 on their own 19-yard line. Looking to straighten things out. As we saw Ellis throw an interception on the previous drive. Their last of the quarter. He's going to fire this one across the middle. And nice defense there, but a little bit too good, according to the referee. Trenton Walsh applying some nice pressure, but they're going to say he made some contact early against Price.
Looks like they're going to get him for either a hold or pass interference here. That looked like pretty good coverage from Walsh, but
yeah.
Can't always tell from up here. Obviously, the ref saw a little bit of something they did not like. It'll benefit the Huskies.
So the Huskies will take it. So they'll move the ball, give them a first down. While we have a minute, Nate, we'll take a look. It's very early in the conference season. You can't really determine anything yet, but right there at the top, it's going to be a battle between East, Ashe County, Star Mountain. We'll even throw Wilkes Central into that. We know they didn't have the best of performances Monday night here against Ashe County, but they'll look to straighten things out, and it's going to be a battle for the Mountain Valley title this year.
It is, and for Husky fans tonight, you hope the team isn't looking past West Wilkes to next week's matchup with East Wilkes. That's going to be a big one. And especially down the stretch, East Wilkes a really tough schedule. They've still got Wilkes Central and Star Mountain coming even after they play the Huskies. So we might have a little bit of advantage there with the scheduling if we can get past East Wilkes. But first things first, they're trailing here against the Blackhawks here at home. Offense needs to get some things going.
And there was another errant throw on first down from Ellis. He was looking in the way of Jake Richardson. And we're going to get a Little's Health and Fitness Center timeout from the Ashe County Huskies. They want to talk things over. Hampton, I don't think he's too pleased with what he's seen from his offense here the last couple of possessions.
Yeah, it's been a tough game so far for the Husky offense. And hopefully they'll get things straightened out. You know, Coach Hampton's going to be working hard over there. Get those guys kind of in the game, a little bit more focused. Hey, with all the homecoming stuff going on, a little bit out of the game. And who knows, playing Monday, probably not helping out either. Might be a little bit tired.
And when do you think that may come into effect here tonight, Nate, as this game progresses here?
Well, if it's a close game, you can certainly see it come up, maybe make them a little bit tired in the fourth quarter. But right now, they don't look tired at all. They look just a little bit out of rhythm offensively. Defense working hard out there, have been the whole game. So right now, it doesn't look like they're affected at all. But, you know, if this does stay close late in the fourth quarter, it would be interesting to see maybe Hampton changes up some substitutions a little bit more. Uses some guys he hasn't used that much, but we'll see how the stamina stays out there.
After the Little's Health and Fitness Center timeout, we see a dart thrown to the near side to Hudler. And wow, what a nice catch there by the senior. And just after we talk about it, they come out and Ellis throws a beautiful pass.
Yeah, we've seen Hudler a couple times this season taking some reps at wide receiver, making some decent catches, and right there, that was another one, give the Huskies a big first down.
So move the sticks out just across their own 45. Huskies are back in business now, 1st and 10, empty backfield. Ellis steps up, fires it across the middle. This one is picked. And cutting it back the other way, number 7, J.C. Dixon. He'll just go to the far sideline. And that's not the way you want to see two drives in consecutively for the Huskies with interceptions.
Certainly not what you wanted to see there. On the other side of the field, Blackhawks, they have to be really pleased with their defensive effort so far in this game. Held the Huskies to just 7 points. That's the second interception of the night from that defense. And, you know, they're really fired up over there.
Saw Ellis throw one last week, Monday night against Wilkes Central. And here he's already thrown 2 as we're just a couple minutes, less than a minute in to the second period of play, and already 2 INTs from your QB. Been a little bit off tonight. He said maybe just some jitters here. And homecoming night for the Huskies. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication on the handoff that time, and Walsh is going to be decked in the backfield. Leading the charge there for the Huskies, number 27, Ben Brown.
Number 27, Ben Brown.
We've called his name a few times the last couple of weeks. He's really been playing some good defensive football from that linebacker spot.
40-yard line.
Steps up and drops him for a big-time loss.
Now coming up for the Blackhawks.
That'll make it 2nd down and 17, Nate. That may be the best defensive play we've seen from the Huskies tonight.
Yeah, this is definitely the first time we've seen the Blackhawks really in a big hole yardage-wise in down and distance. And for a team that pretty much relies solely on running the ball, it's going to be a tough go here for the Blackhawks.
And we have another Little's Health and Fitness Center timeout, this time taken by the Blackhawks. Their second timeout in the first half. Little's Health and Fitness Center again reminding you to take time out of your day. Get active. Head to Little's Health and Fitness Center in West Jefferson. 10:40 on the clock in the second quarter. West Wilkes with the lead and the ball. So they find themselves in front of the Huskies 13-7 as you look there on the Miller Insurance scoreboard. Proud again to be bringing you Husky football, one of our many sponsors this season. We would like to just take a minute to thank all of our Husky Voices communications partner, Carolina West, Miller Insurance, Ashe County Ford, K&K Stitch and Screen, Mountain Outfitters, and Little's Health and Fitness, all making it possible to be bringing you the action here on Sky Zone Sports. Back to the action after the TO. Walsh having some trouble. Is he going to throw? Is he going to pass? He's got Ramos in pursuit, and then he is joined by Tristan Jones, and they combine to take him down in the backfield once again.
Nice job again for the Husky defense, forcing another big loss. Walsh, I think he wanted to go to the air on that, but just nothing out there for him to throw to, and he'll take a big sack in the backfield.
How about that speed end-to-end from Luis Ramos?
Yeah, you have to be really pleased with that. He's just bringing an A game every time he's been out there so far this year. He's playing tough and playing as hard as he can. And obviously one of our leading tacklers there, Tristan Jones, there to clean up what Ramos couldn't do. But 3rd and 21 here. Good job from the Husky defense. See if they can finish this defensive drive off and get a stop.
Now they're just going to go back to the ground game, hoping Cottle can find something working. And no, sir. Richardson there to help finish it off. Ben Brown and Matthew Greer also in on the action as they drop him for a loss of 2 or 3 more yards. And man, they went the opposite direction from what Coach Hunt was telling his guys on the sideline.
Yeah, you see the Husky defense there really fired up. That's a great series there. Absolutely shuts down that Blackhawk offense after they had just forced another turnover. Got a little momentum on their side, but the Husky defense, great job there getting off the field again.
So 4th and 22. They'll kick this one away. It's another nice punt. And this one's going to roll as McNeil sidesteps it inside of the 20. So we've seen a couple of very nice punts here tonight. 2 times inside the 20-yard line trying to pin the Huskies. And West Wilkes, Nate, not only are they hitting the scoreboard, but as of now, they're winning the battle of field position as well.
Yeah, it's been an interesting night punting the ball for West Wilkes. Didn't quite know they had this sort of punting acumen in them, but so far tonight they've just absolutely forced the Huskies into some long fields to have to pick up and maybe change the Husky offense a little bit, want them to go to the air a little bit more, and Ellis's throws just haven't been there so far this evening.
4 wide set. As Ellis goes back to work, he's just going to hand this one off up the gut. Goes Sullivan. Fighting for it. He's going to pick up about 6 yards on the carry.
Number 55, Jacob Dyer. Gain about 6 on that play.
Make it 2nd down and 4. Nate, we talk about how the conference is shaping up in the early going. Don't want to discount either tonight. We know East Wilkes will be favored, but they're in a heavyweight battle tonight with rival Elkin, and those teams always go at it hard.
Yeah, those teams certainly don't like each other either, much like Elkin and Starmount don't like each other. You know, Elkin and East Wilkes don't either, but unfortunately for the Cardinals, Elkin's had their number the last several years, so But tonight, the Cardinals certainly going to be favored in that, and this could be the night they take out a little bit of frustration on the Elks.
So Ellis, slim pickings for the QB on that keeper. Gains about a yard, make it 3rd and 3. We haven't seen the ground game come from Ellis yet tonight, as he really got things going against Allegheny a couple of weeks ago. Certainly do like the effort coming out of the backfield by the QB, as he's as good a rusher as anyone in the conference, I believe, when he gets going. And there's a nice pass to the near side for McNeil from Ellis, and he's knocked out of bounds. Nice catch, a little out route, and that'll be enough to move the chains. Nice pickup there on 3rd and 3.
Just what the Huskies needed, able to keep this drive going. Really need to see if they can get the equalizing score on this drive. West Wilkes has to be really pleased with the defense they've played tonight. Obviously, forcing the turnovers have helped, but really not giving up anything in the rushing attack so far, and special teams play, certainly all Blackhawks tonight.
Ball on their own 36. Here's a fire across the middle and behind Judd Price. He had him wide open, just threw it to the wrong shoulder.
Yeah, tough throw there, but the Blackhawk pass rush was getting all up in Colin Ellis's face on that throw. He's lucky to get that one out. Would have been a nice gainer if Judd could have pulled that one in, but the throw well behind him. Just did what he could to get his hands on it.
We've seen Ellis deliver a few nice passes, but he's had a lot of pressure tonight, too, to deal with from West Wilkes. Got to applaud their effort on defense, bringing the pressure, something we haven't seen teams be able to do a lot of. Great protection from the Husky offensive line. Here's Ellis again making a play with his feet. Nobody open downfield. That's the ability he has to tuck and run.
Yeah, once again, defensive end there for West Wilkes really crashed down, and Ellis really no time to look downfield, but smartly used those legs and athletic ability. Turned what could have been a big loss into a really nice game, make it 3rd and short.
This is going to be so complicated.
3rd and a manageable 2. Ball on the 44. This time the handoff goes to Sullivan, trying to bounce off to the right side. He's going to be close to the first down. Here's he might be just shy.
It'll be very near the first down marker. Number 77, Nate Robinson on that tackle for West Wilkes.
Do you keep the offense on the field? Well, first we're going to find out here, Nate. They're going to measure. I believe it appears he's going to be a little short.
Yeah, from where we're sitting, looks like he's going to be about maybe a foot and a half short or so.
Ball on your side of the field. If it is short, do you keep the offense out there? Do you try to retake the field position game and boot this one away?
Yeah, I think it's a good chance right here to send your offense back out there. Tell them, you just need a yard. Go out there and get it. Maybe a little smash mouth football here. Get the first down. Keep this drive going. And for West Wilkes, they want to stop this play, get some good field position, and maybe see if they can put another one into the end zone here and really quiet this Husky crowd.
They've done a good job of that so far. As you mentioned, there's silence in the crowd. The offense stays on the field, 4th and less than a yard. Ball on their own 45-yard line. Ellis going to keep it himself. Pushing forward from the help of his offensive line. He breaks through. He's got the first down.
Yeah, good design play call there. Not only did Ellis have the offensive line blocking for him, but he followed Sky Sullivan right up through there, able to get just enough for the first down.
Found the space he needed in the gaps there. Gets the nice push from the offensive line, and in addition to Sky Sullivan, as you mentioned, and that's going to be a big-time conversion on 4th down for the Ashe County Huskies, and that makes this a 1st and 10. Ball on their own 48-yard line, getting close to having it back into West Wilkes territory. Hopefully this drive can end with a positive outcome for the Huskies. Last 2 ended with an interception, and there we see Judd Price drop a wide open pass cutting across the middle. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, that's a good throw from Ellis. That one was about right on the money, but Price just could not bring that one in. Just a little bit of out of rhythm, out of sync here for the Husky passing attack. Not used to seeing that.
So that'll make it 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Saw the hands go up from Judd Price immediately. He knew he missed a gift there. He had some space cutting across to the near side of the field. Just couldn't reel that one in, as we'll see a player exit for West Wilkes. That was number 55, Jacob Dyer, 6'3", 260-pound junior. Back to work at the 6:14 mark. Here comes Ellis. Here he is himself, going to keep it with the power QB. Keep off the left side, and he's got the first down.
Nice play call once again from the Huskies. Looked like Wes Wilkes not expecting that play coming at all, and Ashe picks up another first down. This drive starting to look a little bit better. We're about halfway through the second quarter here. Husky offense finally putting a little bit of momentum together on their side. And wait for the play call here, see what they draw up.
It's certainly nice to see the development of this run game, being able to mix the plays up, because we know as we get further and further into conference play and better competition you face, you're going to have to be able to have at least some type of threat on the ground to open things up for your receivers with this air raid offense.
Yeah, especially if you want to make any sort of playoff run, you really have to have a balanced offense, and I think they worked on that some last year. Maybe didn't quite come around like they had hoped, but this season looks quite a bit different with a more mobile quarterback, and Sky Sullivan still running as powerful as ever, but with Ellis back there, brings a whole different look to this offense.
And that was a false start penalty, as we saw from the head official. 5-yard penalty backs the Huskies up 5 yards to the 45 of West Wilkes. Got a guy to jump, but he got back on sides as we see Sullivan go to work off the right side.
Sky Sullivan holding onto the ball, able to power through several defenders to get back up near the original line of scrimmage.
Gets up there past the original line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 9. Nice pickup about 6 yards from the junior tailback. He had a nice game last year against West Wilkes as we looked at the final stats earlier. 7 carries, 70 yards, 2 TDs. We've seen him take it in for 1 touchdown score tonight, as we'll see Ellis motion McNeil to the right. Now he's looking for him across the middle. Pocket's collapsing. He's going to have to tuck and run himself. Some nice cutbacks, and he's into open field now inside the 30, still on his feet before he is forced down for a first down carry. And there's the mobile quarterback, Colin Ellis, at his best.
That's the whole new design to the offense last year we may not have had. That play just breaks down pretty quickly, but Ellis picks up an easy first down and about another 10 or 12 yards on top of that.
Nearly into red zone territory as the ball is spotted at the 22-yard line. Inside of 5 minutes to play, 1st and 10 for the Huskies, still trailing in this one, 13-7. But this drive, they look to have things squared away again on offense. Nice to see from the Huskies after the struggles on a couple previous possessions. Again, they're going to motion McNeil out to the right. Seeing more of this here, especially on this drive. Now he's looking to the end zone. He's got his man. Did he get in is the only question. The catch is made. They're going to say it was at the 1-yard line. McNeil wanted the TD. You still see him begging for it there to the officials, but he'll happily take the catch. And what an athletic move once again. And great recognition by McNeil, able to get that foot in bounds.
Yeah, I thought he might have been able to get that ball across the pylon there, but the referees disagree. But either way, it's going to be a terrific field position here for Ashe, just at the 1-yard line. And I'm sure they'll try to go to the ground game here, just punch this one right into the end zone.
1st and goal from just inside the 1-yard line. Ellis joined by Sullivan in the backfield. He'll hand it off to the big tailback, fighting forward, pushing his way through, and barrels into the end zone. Another touchdown for Sky Sullivan and the Ashe County Huskies. We have a tie ball game.
And the Huskies find that equalizer here, 4:23 left in the half. And extra point here from Kendall Richardson will give Ashe the lead. But just a great drive there from the Huskies.
Great look there from Mountain Outfitters replay. Nothing too fancy, just follows his blockers. And now we see the extra point attempt from Kendall Richardson off the mark. Wide right, no good. So we're going to have to stay with the tie ball game as both teams have missed an extra point on their second score tonight. So 13-13 we stand right now as we take a look at that. Ashe County Ford drive to the end zone.
13-play drive for the Huskies. Not normally what you would see from them, but just an excellent drive. Reeled off 81 yards there. 4 minutes, 42 seconds, capped off by the Sullivan touchdown.
This is something we've seen really developing with the development of the run game, as we mentioned. Here as the season has progressed. Said it last week, say it again, the last couple of weeks. I don't think the Huskies could have put together a 13-play drive like that early in the season.
I think you're exactly right on that. It would have been something we definitely would have expected to see then. And still, as much as we throw the ball, not what you expect to see now, but at least now you know the team's capable of doing that with the rushing attack that they have slowly improved on this year.
As Richardson boots this one deep, will be fielded at the 10-yard line. And being forced backward, not a lot of room, and we do see a flag fly as well.
J.C. Dixon on that return is stopped down near the 20-yard line. There is a flag.
Ortiz on the return. And penalty marker is down. Is that going to be a holding penalty? It was thrown up the field a bit. Usually that's what we'll see on a return such as that.
They're going to call a chop block there on the return. That's a even bigger penalty there. I think that's a 15-yarder. I could be wrong on that, but that's certainly going to back West Wilkes way up on that kick return.
So they would have had it at the 23-24-yard line, and the penalty will move them back inside of their own 15 now.
An illegal blocking penalty called against the offense.
A little surprised we don't see some of the shorter kicks, squib kicks, like we did last week. I wondered what the reason is for that this week. They had some success on their recovering one against Wilkes Central.
Yeah, it seems like Huskies, it just depends on who the opponent is. Sometimes they like to go to that good little pooch kick, onside kick strategy there. So far against West Wilkes, not pulling that out at all. But, yeah, we saw that a whole lot against Wilkes Central. And Wilkes Central just never adjusted to it at all, never called any fair catches or anything like that. So Ashe just kept exploiting them there when they could.
Can't say that I blame Hampton just to boot it deep when you've got Richardson's kicking ability and his powerful legs. After the gain of a pair, it's going to be second down and about 8 as the carry goes again to the inside.
31. Noah Dancy carrying the ball there.
And not much doing there on that one, Nate. Dancy finding little to nothing to work with. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, this Husky defense, this second quarter rolled around. They've really just a completely different team out here. The Blackhawk offense was just kind of picking up whatever they wanted to on the ground. They're a nice little balanced rushing attack. But this second quarter, just a whole different story. The Husky defense just having their way out there.
3rd and 8. Ball on their own 13-yard line. Walsh looking to go to the air. Can't find anybody open. Now he's cutting it back to the far side of the field. And he'll slice inside, out across the 20, dives forward. He's going to be close to the first down marker. An impressive scamper there from the QB.
It's a nice little run there from Walsh. Junior quarterback, good composure there. Didn't want to force a throw. And looked like Husky defense might have had him stopped over there on the edge, but he cut back up the middle. And it was a smart move there. He's going to be really close to that marker.
As the old cliche goes, he looked to be dead in the water on that one, but made something out of nothing. First down. He made a first down out of that play, so the extra dive there was enough. As you talked about it, that great cutback he had saved his team this possession. So at the 2:51 mark, the first down is picked up as the drive stays alive for West Wilkes. And they'll go back to work quickly.
3 minutes left to play in the half. West Wilkes now with the ball on the 21-yard line.
Now going to run a quick screen over here to the receiver. And nice job there by Tristan Jones tripping him up. That was J.C. Dixon on the reception.
Number 11, Tristan Jones on the tackle for
Huskies read that play pretty well. Garrett Miller was all over it, but just could not complete the tackle.
24.
It's going to go for a gain of about 3. Brings up second down and 7. Approaching the 2-minute mark here at Ashe County High School. As we've seen some rain start to fall in the area. Umbrellas are out on the home crowd. And on the option, sort of an end-around play there. Boy, what a tackle in the backfield that time. Tristan Jones, 2 plays in a row.
Alex Ortiz there just waiting a little bit too long to decide where he wanted to head upfield. And Jones just swallowed him up on that one. That's a 5-yard loss.
Ashe County calling a timeout on the field.
So the Ashe County Huskies will take the timeout after the nice stop to make it 3rd down and 12, as it is a Littles Health and Fitness Center timeout. Again, Littles inviting you to take time out of your day and get active at Littles Gym and Fitness Center in West Jefferson. Knotted up at 13 at the 1:49 mark. Here on Sky Zone Friday Night Football on Sky Zone HD Channel 1. Clock was stopped there by the Huskies on the TO. They want to try to get this offense back onto the field and potentially get some more points on the board, but they will get the ball as well coming out of the halftime.
Yeah, don't blame them for calling the timeouts here. You can't take them with you. Might as well see if you can get that ball back. And with our quick strike capability, you just never know.
And pump fake from Walsh. Now he's going to air it out, looking for the home run ball. Has his man. The catch is made. Was he in bounds is the only question. They're going to say he was out. So led his man just a bit too much, but a great job there on the reception, Ortiz. And now he's done a little bit too much jawing. He gets the flag thrown on him as well.
Yeah, looks like he thought he got in on that play. Couldn't quite tell from here either, but he certainly wanted to let the officials know that he got in on that, but it looks like they had enough of his talking.
So the official there wanted to make sure. He initially signaled that was against Ashe County. Of course, no questions who it was against, and he quickly corrected himself. So incomplete pass and then tack on a 15-yard penalty at the end of it for maybe some choice words there for the officials, and you can't do that.
Yeah, lost a little bit of composure out there. Ortiz, just a sophomore, he'll certainly learn from that mistake there, but that's going to cost your team quite a bit of yards there. Going to make this punt a little bit more difficult, having to punt from the end zone, but so far tonight, that's been one of the things West Wilkes had absolutely no problem with, punting the football. They've had some really good ones.
If I'm the Huskies here, though, Nate, I'm bringing the house.
Yeah, you might as well with a minute 42 left, see if you can get a block.
And they do. Can't get to him, though, as they had Price and McNeil back to return. This one's going to go out of bounds.
Punt goes down near midfield.
Goes out near midfield.
Ashe County will take over possession around the middle of the field.
So they're going to have great field position
34 seconds left to play.
right on the 50-yard line. Minute 34 to work with, and still one timeout in your pocket. Got to like your chances with this quick strike offense.
Yeah, definitely going to see the team go to the air here, see if they can break this tie up, take a lead into the halftime break.
So 1st and 10 for the Huskies. As we mentioned, good field position, ball in midfield, 4 wide, trips to the left. Got Price one-on-one up top. Sullivan joining him in the backfield, scrambling around. Now Ellis going to throw it down the far sideline and over the defenders into the hands of McNeil. He's going to the end zone, 5, and touchdown. Dial it up for 6 more. How about that play?
Yeah, can't have a much quicker strike than that just on one play. And just a beautiful throw. Couldn't quite tell which receiver he was going to, but obviously Colin knew exactly who he was looking for. Threw it over the head of 2 defensive backs right into the hands of McNeil, and he does the rest.
Yeah, you said it, and a great look there on the Mountain Outfitters replay. 2 receivers in the vicinity, not sure who he was intending there. I guess it was for McNeil. Either it was an overthrow of the shorter receiver or just a perfect pass, as you mentioned, just enough loft on it to get it over the hands of the outstretched defender's arms. Now the extra point attempt from Richardson. This time it is good. Straightens things out. Tack on 1 more, so the Huskies pull ahead here in the closing minutes of the second period, 20-13 at the minute 20 mark.
Yeah, just exactly what you want to see if you're a Husky fan. Takes the lead here, and knowing they'll get the ball after halftime makes it even better.
So we take a look at that Ashe County forward drive to the end zone. You said it there, 1 play is all it took. 14 seconds to get that ball over to McNeil. And how about that play there from Ellis? Really doing a great job on that one, particularly extending the play with his legs and giving himself the time needed to throw that ball downfield.
Yeah, as good of a group of wide receivers as we have, when you give the quarterback that much time to throw, and he can give himself some extra time as well by scrambling a little bit, it's just tough to cover guys like McNeil and Price that long down the field, and the Huskies make them pay for it.
Richardson on now to boot this one away after the touchdown. Nice deep kick. That's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. West Wilkes will take it on their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10 as they start this drive. Find themselves back now, trailing in this ball game. First time since late in the first quarter.
Yeah, we'll see what the Blackhawks can do here. We've got a little bit of time themselves, but they really kind of struggle passing the ball at times. It'll be interesting to see if they decide to go to the air here, try to score, or if they're willing to just run this clock out, go to the halftime break.
We'll see which choice, I should say, is made by the coaching staff. Minute 20 on the clock. You're trailing by 7. You've still got one timeout at your disposal. Wouldn't be surprised, though, just to see them content to take this into the half, trailing by 1 score.
Yeah, they're not really a team that's set up to be a big high-power offense like the Huskies have.
Boy, there's a run play, and Cottle has stood up immediately, leading the charge. Tristan Jones, who's really come to life on that last defensive stand, and then joined by Alex Richardson. Luis Ramos in on the action as well. 3 familiar names there for this Husky defense, making their presence felt as we hit the 60-second mark and counting. So we're down inside of a minute to go here before they head to the half. Clock's still rolling, so after the loss, they call it of 2, make it 2nd down and 12, ball on the 18. This time Walsh going to go to the air. He's looking down that far sideline, but well over the hands of the intended target, looking for the streaking Ortiz down the far sideline, similar to the play call just on the opposite side of what we saw on the last drive.
Yeah, Blackhawks there trying to catch Ashe off guard. Ran the ball, looked like they were willing to just go to the halftime break, but then they come out on that play and throw a streak pass down the sideline. Pass just a little bit out of reach.
So that'll make it 3rd down and 12, still on the 18-yard line. Their own side of the field are the Blackhawks. Getting ready for the homecoming festivities at halftime, as we'll see another run off the left side. Finishing touches there made by Ben Brown. And the clock will stop as Ashe County decides to take a timeout. After forcing a 4th down and long situation here in what will be a punting instance for West Wilkes. Coach Hampton decides to burn his final timeout. It is the Little's Health and Fitness Center timeout once again. So we see the rain now really coming down here at Ashe County Field.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't really blame them for that timeout. As hard as it's raining right now, you never know. One little bobble of a snap there on a punt could mean potential chance for the Huskies to recover a fumble, to block a kick, anything there. 27 seconds left. You might as well see what you can do, but you see a lot of people heading to the exits here. It's really coming down. Some people don't care who's going to be the homecoming queen. They want to get to the car.
Opened up the floodgates along with the umbrellas here in the stands. Snap, and they do get the kickoff. Not the best of punts, as that's going to bounce across the 45 and be down just on their side of the field at the 49-yard line. The Huskies will come on there.
18 seconds to play the first half. Ashe County will take
just a few ticks remaining here in the halftime. We'll see what the Huskies choose to do.
Yeah, I think Ashe we'll have time for a couple plays here.
18 seconds. So
if they can hold on to the ball, it's coming down.
Yeah, now how's this going to affect this Husky offense potentially? You got to think with these wet conditions. Going with an empty back set, 5 wide as Ellis puts this one to McNeil across the middle. Stutter step, hesitation move now inside the 40. Still on his feet and has got to get down there. Does get the first down, so the clock will stop until the chains are set with 9.3 ticks remaining.
There's still 9 seconds to play in the first half.
Very nice play call there, knowing the clock will stop with the first down, willing to take that short throw.
And see if they spike it, and indeed they do, so not quite another 2 seconds come off. And so that will kill the clock with 7.4 seconds left. Ball on the 36-yard line. That little time left, Nate, you got to be looking end zone, I think, on this play.
Yeah, you're certainly hoping to find somebody get open in the end zone. It's going to be tough to expect more than one play out of this.
Going with the 5 wide again. Ellis all alone in the backfield, standing on the 40-yard line. Hail Mary type throw toward the goal line, going up and no catch, but a lot of contact made in the area. And Nate, they're going to say there's still half a second on the clock.
Yeah, and Ashe is going to have one more chance here. That's certainly going to be pass interference. Don't know if they're going to ring up Walsh or Dixon on that, but it looked like both of them not even looking at the ball, just kind of ran over the intended receiver there.
I'll tell you what, Price, we talked about it every week. You know, in addition to making some great catches, seems like he's always drawing a lot of pass interference calls on the field as well.
Yeah, he's proven to be a tough cover for anybody out there, just like McNeil is. And most high school teams, especially at our size level, they're not blessed with a whole lot of good cover defensive backs out there. And we've seen maybe more pass interference penalties help us this year than any year before.
So we'll see if there's another heave to the end zone as the ball will move to the 20-yard line. No, they're going to line up for the kick despite the rainy conditions. Here on 1st and 10, time for one play. Good snap, good hold. The kick, plenty of distance. Is it good? Yes! And how about that from Kendall Richardson to put an exclamation point on this first half? I believe that's the first field goal make we've seen from him this year.
That's a nice capper to the half, especially in this pouring rain. Go out there and bury that kick, about 36-yard field goal there. Just a tremendous kick there, especially in these conditions, and that'll give Ashe a 10-point lead at the half.
Look at that Ashe County Ford drive summary that time as the field goal was good. 4 plays, 29 yards. They used all of that 18 seconds they had. And right around there, you said a 36, 37-yard field goal kick by Kendall Richardson. Well, that's got to make him feel good, the senior kicker. We know he has had his moments this year where he struggled, even tonight, missing an extra point earlier, but looked good on that one.
Yeah, that's a perfect kick there. That would have been good from another 5 or 6 yards as well. Just absolutely hammered that one home.
So the Huskies straighten things out to close the first half, as you see on the Miller Insurance scoreboard. Enjoying now, Nate, a 10-point advantage as we'll head to halftime, and we're going to name a homecoming queen here at Ashe County High School. Stick around. 23-13 our score. We'll give it up to the homecoming halftime festivities here at Ashe County High School. We'll be back with second half action here in just a few minutes. Stay tuned in on Sky Zone HD Channel 1.
4G LTE is here from Carolina West Wireless. It's the fastest 4G data service available today, so you can enjoy downloads faster and send uploads without the wait. So bring on the apps and bring on the entertainment. And get ready for life at the speed of you. Visit your Carolina West Wireless store today and find out more about our new 4G LTE network, new products and rate plans.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2015 Homecoming festivities. Tonight's court will be presented with the assistance of the Ashe County High School Junior ROTC under the command of the Battalion Commander, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Lauren Testerman. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank 4 Gals and a Florist located at 105 Back Street West Jefferson across from the Farmers Market for the use of the flowers for homecoming. Nancy Compton, owner of the Florist, donated the roses that will be presented to our 2015 Homecoming Queen. At this time, please direct your attention to the field as we begin Homecoming 2015. Our special guest this evening, representing the class of 2014, is last year's Homecoming Queen, Miss Maggie Allison Witherspoon. She's the daughter of Wendy Poe and John Witherspoon of Jefferson. Her goal in life is to become a nurse practitioner and help people. Maggie currently attends Appalachian State University in the pre-nursing program. Her favorite quote is, "You only live once. If you do it right, once is enough." She's escorted by Cadet Major Dylan Howe. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2014 Homecoming Queen, Miss Maggie Allison Witherspoon. Our first attendant, representing the freshman class, is Miss Brianna Nicole Davis. She's the daughter of Thomas and Jody Davis of West Jefferson. In her spare time, Brianna likes to cheerlead, ride horses and four-wheelers, and camp. She's been a straight A student since kindergarten. She's a member of the Ashe County Senior Competitive Cheerleading Team, winning 6 national competitions. Her goal in life is to serve the Lord and be a light in someone else's life. After high school, Brianna plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and obtain a degree in pediatric medicine. Her favorite quote is, "Enjoy life today. Yesterday is gone and tomorrow may never come." She's escorted by Cadet First Lieutenant Mason Calloway. Miss Brianna Nicole Davis. Also representing the freshman class is Miss Margaret Stewart Knight. Maggie's the daughter of Sean and Susan Poe of Helton. In her spare time, Maggie likes to kayak, swim, play with her dogs, and spend time with family and friends. She was on the AB Honor Roll both years she attended Ashe County Middle School. Maggie is currently a member of the Ashe County High School Junior Varsity Volleyball team. Her goal in life is to get married and raise a family here in the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina. After high school, she plans to attend college to get her degree in dental hygiene. Maggie's favorite quote is from Psalm chapter 37, verse 4. "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." She's escorted by Cadet Captain Willard Sheets. Miss Margaret Stewart Knight. Our first sophomore attendant this evening is Miss Morgan Vanessa Church. Morgan's the daughter of Billy and Trish Church of Fleetwood. In her spare time, she likes to kayak, the New River, shop, update Instagram, and go to bonfires with her friends. This is the second year she's played on the Ashe County High School tennis team, and she's currently playing the number 2 seed. Morgan is an honor cadet in the Civil Air Patrol. In 2014, she got first place in the Regional Science Olympiad competition, and this past summer, she was given the Outstanding Leadership Award at White Lakes Leadership Camp. She was also selected to attend the National Institute on Cooperative Education at Virginia Tech. Her goal in life is to follow the plan Christ has for her and spread laughter and love. She's an active member of Midway Baptist Church, where she participates in weekly Bible study and mission work with a youth group, #Wayne's Way. After graduation, she plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill to earn a PhD in oncology. She hopes to get a job at Charlotte Medical Cancer Center to help many beautiful people like her mother defeat cancer. Her favorite quote is, "I dream of a better tomorrow where chickens can cross the road and not be questioned about their motives." She's escorted by Cadet Major Luke Rupert. Miss Morgan Vanessa Church. Also representing the sophomore class is Miss Spencer Keenan Semino. She's the daughter of Cotton and Jamie Snuffer of West Jefferson. In her free time, she likes to explore, go on adventures, geocache, snowboard, hike, read, write poetry and stories, take pictures, and make videos. She's a member of the Robotics Club, Lego Club, Classical Conversations debate team, and her church youth group. She qualified for conference her freshman year in track. She's toured with the dance troupe, danced for an America's Got Talent winner, and is on the AB Honor Roll in the 7th grade, or was on the AB Honor Roll in the 7th grade. Now, in the 7th grade, she scored in the top 10% of other 7th graders in the United States taking the SAT. Her goal in life is to make her impossibles possible and to remember to always learn, always live, and always love. After completing high school, she plans to continue her education at a university and study science. She also plans to travel to Europe and own her own home. Her favorite quote is by Sinji Moon, "When you fall, fall, evaporate and condensate, but when you rain, come down as a hurricane." She's escorted by Cadet Captain Ethan Lewis. Miss Spencer Keenan Semino. Our first junior attendant is Miss Amanda Jane Gamble. She's the daughter of Zeb and Angie Gamble of West Jefferson. In her spare time, Amanda enjoys hiking, kayaking, jet skiing, traveling, and hanging out with friends. Her goal in life is to live life to the fullest. She's currently a member of First Baptist Church. She's the statistician for the women's varsity basketball team. After high school, she plans to attend Appalachian State University and become a dietitian. Her favorite quote is from Psalms chapter 23, verse 4. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. She's escorted by Cadet Major Reagan Reynolds. Miss Amanda Jane Gamble. The second junior attendant is Miss Haley Elizabeth Miller. She's the daughter of Elle Wood and Anita Taylor of Lansing. In her spare time, she likes to play softball, ride horses, and hang out with friends. She's a charter member of the Republican National Committee and a member of the Ashe County Republicans. After accepting Jesus Christ as her Savior, she decided her goal in life is to live for Jesus and become a president of the United States. She's a member of the Ashe County High School Crew Club and the Ashe County High School varsity softball team. After completing high school, she plans to attend college and major in political science. Her favorite quote by Ronald Reagan is, "Whatever happens now, I owe my life to God and will try to serve Him in every way I can." She's escorted by Cadet Captain Zach Fletcher. Miss Haley Elizabeth Miller. Our first senior attendant is Miss Jade Elizabeth Hannawald. She's the daughter of Mary Elizabeth Hannawald. In her spare time, she likes to spend time with the elderly, make people smile, act, play with cats, and play arcade games. Jay is the president of the Ashe County High School Theater Club, a member of the Interact Club, and the National Art Honor Society. She's on the Ashe County High School varsity women's soccer team. Her goal in life is to make a difference in the world. After high school, Jay plans to go to the University of North Carolina at Greensboro and collect a massive amount of debt. Her favorite quote from Snow White is, "Remember, you're the only one who can fill the world with sunshine." She's escorted by Cadet Major Gareth Berry. Miss Jade Elizabeth Hannawald. Our second senior attendant is Miss Caitlin Brooke Johnson. She's the daughter of Adam and Holly Osborne of West Jefferson. In her free time, she likes to hike, kayak, camp, bike, canoe, and spend time with family, friends, and her church family. She was a homecoming representative for her sophomore class, has been on the AB honor roll her entire high school career, and she had a life-changing moment when she found out she had malignant melanoma cancer and realized how much you need to cherish your loved ones. She was on the Ashe County High School women's tennis team her freshman year. Her goal in life is to live a healthy, successful life and eventually start a family. After high school, she plans to attend Wilkes Community College to get her associate's degree and then enroll at East Tennessee State University to obtain her bachelor's degree and become a dental hygienist. Her favorite quote, Malin Bennett, is, "Sometimes there is no next time, no timeouts, no second chances. Sometimes it's now or never." She's escorted by Cadet Captain Joshua Carter. Miss Caitlin Brooke Johnson. And our final senior attendant is Miss Sydney Brooke Neves. She's the daughter of Randy Neves and Monica Young of West Jefferson. In her spare time, she likes to hike, kayak, bake, spend time with her pets, family, and friends. Sydney was on the AB honor roll her 9th and 10th grade years, and A honor roll her 11th grade year. She was a junior marshal and is a member of the Beta Club. She currently attends West Jefferson United Methodist Church and is a member of the youth group. Sydney played soccer in both 9th and 10th grade. Her goal in life is to be happy and adventurous. After graduation, she plans to get a degree in dental hygiene with a specialization in pediatric care. Her favorite quote by Shanti is, "And at the end of the day, And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Our 2015 Ashe County High School homecoming queen is Miss Sydney Brooke Neves. Miss Sydney Brooke Neves will now be crowned by our special guest, Miss Maggie Witherspoon, Ashe County High School's 2015 homecoming, or 2014 homecoming queen, assisted by Cadet Major Dylan Howe. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our halftime show for Homecoming 2015. The Homecoming King will be crowned this evening as part of the dance. We would like to say good luck to Gareth Berry, Mason McNeil, and Jonas Morrow, who are this year's nominees for Homecoming King. Thank you.
Ashe County Ford here. It's time to make the switch to Ashe County Ford. With $1,000 trade-in cash available, the time is now. Make the switch and save up to $9,500 off the 14 F-150s. Take a break. Come in and see the new redesigned 2015 F-150. With an all-aluminum body and tons of new features, Ford has done it again. Come see why Ashe County Ford sold the most certified pre-owned Fords in the region last year with 100,000 miles powertrain warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and low rates. You can't go wrong. Ashe County Ford. We don't just sell you a car, we make you a friend for life. And welcome back into Ashe County High School for the second half of play, getting ready to crank up on Friday Night Football on Sky Zone Sports here at the rain-soaked Ashe County High School between the visiting West Wilkes Blackhawks and the host Ashe County Huskies. Huskies in control after the first half, 13, enjoying a 10-point lead. And we were able to crown our homecoming queen at halftime.
Yeah, congratulations out to Sydney Brooke Neves, 2015 homecoming queen, able to withstand this pouring rain. Totally worth it, though. I'm sure she was all smiles down there, even in this pouring rain that came out of nowhere. We were bragging earlier about how great the weather was, and we jinxed that pretty quick.
Yeah, the floodgates really opened. She didn't let it rain on her parade, and so far the Huskies have not either, retaking the lead, as you see on the Miller Insurance scoreboard, 23-13 as we start the third quarter. And you know how women can be with their hair in the rain, Nate, so all those girls out there deserve a big salute on the homecoming court. This kickoff will be fielded right around the 25-yard line. McNeil's got a seam up the sideline following his blockers, and he's going to get a nice return out to the 46, and the Huskies will set up shop, looking to further their advantage right now.
And we'll see what the weather does here to both offenses, especially for Ashe. Don't know if they're going to be able to sling it around as much as they have been. It's just been a pretty constant downpour since about 2 minutes left in the second quarter. It's just poured through halftime, and as you can see, it's just pouring down right now. And we'll see if Ashe decides to stick on the ground more or if they'll try to keep throwing the ball.
Going to run it with Ellis on the first play. Not a lot of going there for him. He'll get maybe a yard or two on the play.
Colin Ellis holding on the ball for a short game.
Picks up about a yard. Be second down and 9. All in all, Nate, a pretty nice first half there for the Ashe County Huskies. Did have their moments there late in the half where they looked much better. We did have a couple of turnovers from Ellis there, a few errant passes, but hopefully he can straighten things out here. The weather certainly won't help his cause throwing the football, but let's see them stick with this ground game. It's really been working nicely for him, as we see. A great run from Sky Sullivan breaking through. He's inside the 30, rolls over a guy on his way down to the 25-yard line. First down and then some.
That's a great run there. Powerful run. Hit the hole right up the middle and just kept galloping down the field. And you're probably going to see a whole lot more of that in the second half if this pouring rain continues. And also, hey, you've got a 10-point lead. Might as well try to slow the game down a little bit. See if you can just melt some clock when every chance you get.
And there goes the run again. Same play as last time. This time, though, we see Sullivan dance off to the right side. Going to be close to a first down. As he stopped at the 15. Quickly into red zone territory are the Ashe County Huskies. They say move the chains. It is a first down. So a nice pickup again. 3 plays, Nate's already netted you 2 first downs.
The Ashe offensive rhythm picking up right where it left off. They closed the first half strong, open in the second half just as strong.
And here comes the carry once again by Sullivan. He's going to rumble his way down inside the 10-yard line.
Sullivan carrying again, stopped this time by number 34.
Ashe County riding him all the way down the field so far on this drive. You mentioned he had a nice ground game against West Wilkes last season when these two teams collided down in Millers Creek. Had a couple of rushing touchdowns. He's already found the end zone, I believe, a pair of times tonight as well.
Sullivan carrying that time, but being stopped by number 77, Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson making the stop.
Slight gain on the play. It'll be about 2
Short
yards
gain
shy of
there.
the first down marker now.
That's going to bring
third
up
down coming up.
third down, about 2 yards to go for the first. Need to get it down there at the 5. They're on the 7. Ellis hands it off again to Sullivan. He's got the first down and the touchdown. 6 more for the Ashe County Huskies.
Great way to start the half. Couldn't ask for a better way to start that off. Just runs it down the Blackhawk throat there and punches this in for a touchdown and keep adding on to that lead.
How about that? Smash mouth football there for the Huskies on that drive all the way. Man, I may be mistaken. We may not have seen a drive solely with run plays this whole season for the Huskies.
That may definitely be a first, as you said. Can't recall right off, but that's certainly one of the first times we just put our heads down, just ran the ball all the way down the field.
And the extra point attempt from Richardson is good as well, as we see the Ashe County forward drive to the end zone. Didn't take them too long, Nate. 6 plays, go 54 yards, and looked over 2 minutes off the clock and capped off by the nice run by Sky Sullivan.
Yeah, we saw pretty much all that drive was Sullivan and maybe a run or two there from Ellis, but as you said, every bit of it on the ground. And West Wilkes really up against it now, the way they run the football. They won't have to change their offense too much, but the clock will start to become a factor for them if they can't rip off some big runs and get some quick scores like that.
Already, this has got to be the best game of the year for Sullivan. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. And that one, I believe he garnered about 52 of those 54 yards on that drive alone. Great rushing game thus far for the Ashe County Huskies. As we said, really got this thing going about 2 weeks ago. And it's carried success over into tonight, as this ball will be returned on a deep kick from Richardson from inside the 5. Ortiz gets out across the 20. About a 20-yard return. He gets out to the 24-yard line, where the Eagles will come back. And Nate, you said it's not going to be easy for them. Their back's up against it here, trailing 30-13.
They'll have to mix it up, try to go to the air some, or just hope the rushing attack can rip off some big runs. Even if they put a nice methodical drive together down the field and score, it's still going to take a whole lot of time off that clock. And Ashe with a 3-possession lead, that'll make it difficult.
Here's the handoff to Dancy. Finally going to be forced out on the far sideline.
The ball for West Wilkes is stopped by number 6,
Garrett Miller on the stop. Short gain on the play. Boy, this rain has not let up a bit. You talked about 2 minutes to go in the first half. Somebody opened up the heavens, and it just comes pouring down ever since.
Yeah, it's just been a mess, and you know, credit to those that are sticking it out here. We see a whole lot of people leave, but there's a few left, and they're sticking it out the best they can. But it's just a big soaking rain.
There's another handoff, and a flag comes in late. That handoff went to number 2, Chandler Cottle.
That ball is stopped by number 25, Sam Henson.
Sam Henson on the stop for the Huskies. And that's going to go against West Wilkes. Blocking penalty there. So that's going to back them up. Still waiting for them to mark this one off. That's going to move them way back there.
15-yard penalty assessed against Wilkes.
15-yard penalty, Nate. Was it the 25? Now, got their own 14-yard line.
Yeah, not exactly where you want to be headed if you're the Blackhawks. Just losing a whole lot of yards here.
2nd down and 21, we'll call it. Nearly going to be brought down in the backfield, then just heaves it downfield. Nearly comes up with a completion to Ortiz, but just over his outstretched hands. And some nice defense there as well being applied for the Huskies in the coverage by Hunter Argetsinger, number 32.
Yeah, throw just sailed quite a bit. I'm sure the weather conditions have something to do with that. Ortiz made an effort on it, but that throw just a little bit too high.
So now it's going to bring up 3rd down and right around 20 yards to go for the first. I know you don't have too many plays drawn up for this if you're a head coach. Ball inside your own 15-yard line. Just going to step back, heave this one deep downfield, but about 5 yards in front of his intended target. Price giving some nice coverage as well in the one-on-one matchup. And it falls incomplete, and that's going to bring on an obvious punting situation on 4th down and 20. Ball inside your own 15-yard line. So a nice job there by the Huskies withstanding the elements here on that drive and making a nice stop defensively.
Let's see if West Wilkes gets off another good punt. They've been doing it all night.
And this is a low kick. He'll take a nice throw. It's going to be fielded by Mason McNeil. And he's going to be bottled up rather quickly. Not quite as good of a punt as we saw there in the first half. Of course, with these slick conditions, you wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, and a pretty brave move there by McNeil to field that up off the bounce. And, you know, that ball was definitely wet, just flying through the rain in the air, but then especially after it lands on the ground. But McNeil just making it look easy out there. Picks up a few extra yards.
So the Huskies will have great field position to start off this drive on the West Wilkes 42-yard line. 1st and 10. See if the Huskies stick to the ground game. Indeed they do. Here goes Sullivan back to work. And he's going to pick up a nice chunk of yardage. Gets the ball back toward midfield. Picks up about 5 on the play. All down to the 38-yard line.
That'll be a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6 now coming up.
We'll call it 2nd down and 6. You talk about despite the conditions and everything, Nate, that field goal, that really was great job there by Kendall Richardson on that kick just before the halftime.
Oh, yeah, he was really battling the elements with the rain, the wind, a little bit of everything out here.
And was this one caught, or thought it might have been intercepted there for a moment as Ellis, they tried to catch that West Wilkes defense off guard on the play action, going for the home run ball to Price, but that pass attempt is thwarted.
That was a good job there by Ortiz, not being faked at all on that play, step for step with the receiver.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 situation for the Huskies. Under 7 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter in the 30-13 ball game. Huskies with the edge right now. This time it's going to be a run play for Ellis. All the way is going to be tripped up and dropped down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 4th and long now for this Husky offense.
That's a loss on the play for Ashe County.
Tackle there. Looked like Aaron Edmonds in there on that tackle. Puts an end to that Husky offensive drive.
And the ball on the 42-yard line. Looks like the Huskies are going to bring on the punting unit on 4th down and 10. You surprised they don't leave the offense on the field here, Nate?
You never know. I think with the lead and the way the weather is, see if you can pin them deep here, make West Wilkes just go the whole length of the field.
Mason McNeil gets off a good high kick, going to bounce at the 10, and boy, what a beautiful kick there. The ball just dies at about the 8 or 9 yard line. Couldn't do much better if you're Mason McNeil.
Yeah, that's exactly what you hoped would happen on that. Of course, a lot easier said than done, but that right there, just absolutely perfect punt, pins them deep. And if you'd have went for it, you never know, might have picked it up, but still West Wilkes had good field position if you would have come up short there. So don't blame them at all for going with the punt. See if the defense get out there and get a quick stop.
Ball spotted on the 9 yard line, 1st and 10. As the Blackhawks will start off this drive, and here's a throw out to the far side. Drop, they're going to say it was a backward pass, so it was a live ball. Ortiz able to scoop it up pretty quickly, though, and able to get a few yards off of that. Nice job, able to get anything there.
Yeah, dangerous play out there, but for West Wilkes, not too much harm done on that.
Able to get a nice chunk of yardage out of it when it's all said and done. Great composure there by Ortiz, dropped it, and able to scoop it up. And you got to play that one, or peg that one on the weather conditions. This time they'll just go to the ground. No, play action, and the same play to the far side of the field, setting up the wide receiver screen, and now makes one man miss and going to be gang tackled after picking up a couple of yards. Interesting play calls here for the Blackhawks starting off this drive.
Yeah, they maybe thinking they're not going to be able to run the ball all the way down the field, need to mix a little bit of something up, and wide receiver screens a pretty safe throw for the offense, but not quite picking up as much yards as I'm sure they would like to have.
That was J.C. Dixon on the reception. Gains a few more, so that's going to make it 3rd down and 4. Ball on their own 16-yard line. Here comes Walsh on the option. He's out across the 20. He's got the 1st down and a few more for good measure. A nice run there on the option.
Yeah, nice play there from West Wilkes, just taking what the Husky defense will give you. Have we get the 1st down, and they'll keep this drive going.
Speed option does its job on that play.
They'll have it all to be about the 22-yard line.
Nice play call. Gained 6. Moves it out to the 22. 1st and 10, West Wilkes as the drive keeps chugging right along. 5:05 on the clock. 30-13 our score. We do have an official pause in the action for just a moment. As we're back good to go now here at Ashe County High School on Friday Night Football. Thank you again for tuning in this evening. It's been a wet one since late in the 2nd period at Ashe County High School. Cottle gets a yard or 2 on the play. Time certainly not on their side, though, Nate. Looking at the deficit of a 17-point game right now.
Yeah, and 3rd quarter moving along pretty quickly here. Under 5 minutes left, and West Wilkes so far just not able to cut anything into that lead at all. And in fact, they've gave up more points than they had allowed at halftime. So definitely not the 2nd half start they were hoping for.
There's a run off the left side from Noah Dancy. Hadn't called his name much since really the 1st period when he had a couple of big-time carries. They've been leaning more on Ortiz the past game as well as Chandler Cottle, and who can blame him with his breakaway potential. Nice to see Dancy get the carry. That's going to quickly bring up, though, a 3rd and long situation, 3rd and 7 now as we hit the 4-minute mark in the 3rd quarter.
Tell Kyle to block outside back.
Walsh takes the shotgun. No, Ortiz takes the snap. He's the backup quarterback. Now look at these nice moves, cutting it to the outside. He's out across the 30, battles ahead, does take a hard blow, but I believe he's got enough to move those chains.
That's a nice play call there from Wes Wilkes. Certainly caught Ashe a little bit off guard. And as you said, Ortiz, he is their backup quarterback, so he's certainly familiar with taking snaps, and will indeed be a first down. Nice little play call from the Blackhawks.
Certainly was. Caught Ashe County off guard. Walsh, he's back into the game now. To take the snaps as the QB. Sam Henson in on the tackle for the Huskies. On the 33-yard line, his first down carry by Dancy now. And he's going to be stood up and finally rocked back. But he gets out across the 35-yard line, picks up a pair on the carry.
Gain 3 or so on the play for Wes Wilkes.
Not a bad gain on first down, all things considered. Finally getting some relief from the rain now.
Yeah, looks like it's slacked off quite a bit out there. But for a while, it was just such a long downpour. You know, the field's still pretty sloppy out there, and the ball probably remained pretty wet.
And there we see, I believe, a pretty good example of that. Not a bad throw that time. Looking in the way of number 10, Kyle Gamble. That's going to fall incomplete and bring up another 3rd and long situation, identical to what they just converted a moment ago. We'll see what the Blackhawks choose to go with on this 3rd down set. Inside of 3 minutes here in the Sky Zone HD game of the week at Ashe County High School, homecoming edition. 3rd down and 7. 2:44 on the clock. Oh, he keeps it himself on the option, and a great play call once again. And another 3rd down conversion, as this time it's Ortiz. Same play call we saw just a moment ago, and it works to perfection once again.
Yeah, Wes Wilkes trying to find something that'll work, and so far that play's worked twice with a pair of key 3rd down conversions. Matthew Greer there with the tackle, but not before Ortiz picking up that first down.
Fresh set of downs now. Ball at the 47-yard line of the Blackhawks. Nine his man to the right side. Jumping the route, though, is Garrett Miller. He's going back the other way. Will be slung to the ground, but how about that? Great read by the senior defensive back.
Yeah, perfect play there. Looking to go to Kyle Gamble again. Saw that play a few plays ago, but this time Garrett Miller all over it and gets a big interception. A good play for the Husky defense.
And we see a flag fly on the field.
Going to be a face mask penalty added on to a little return from Miller.
So change of possession is upcoming. As you said, the interception will stand. It was after the fact, and it was on Wes Wilkes. So the Huskies going to have even better field position after the INT. Great job stepping up there, jumping that route from Garrett Miller. And if you're Walsh, man, he was just staring his man down. A lot of people could have went out there and read that one.
Yeah, good job by Miller, able to not only read the play perfectly, but also come up with the interception. And he's played some pretty good football from the cornerback spot all year long. Been there pretty much from game one. One of the starting corners out there, and he's played good football.
Ellis rolling out, firing this one downfield, and tipped into the hands of McNeil. Did he get it across the plane? No, they're going to say he was out of bounds. But how about that? In and out of the hands of the defender, into the hands of McNeil. Nate, that's shades of last season. I remember a play similar to that in which the ball was batted by a defender into the hands of Colin Ellis for a touchdown down at Miller's Creek. That time it's not a TD, but boy, the Huskies can breathe a sigh of relief there. That was almost a third INT from Colin Ellis.
Yeah, we've seen a couple bounces go our way tonight. There's another nice one that'll result in some tremendous field position for Ashe down here at the 1 yard line. See if they can punch it in.
Ellis with Sullivan and Richardson along with him in the backfield. Dodges one would-be tackler, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown Huskies. Dial it up for 6 more as they are fully in control now, 36-13 at the 155 mark.
Yeah, it's been all Huskies in this second half. Really started there late in the first half, able to get a couple scores, and Huskies have just kept it going in the second half. Wes Wilkes really no answer so far.
We saw there a great look from Mountain Outfitters replay. Pretty easy for Colin Ellis. Makes it look easy anyway, we'll say that. And the extra point from Richardson is on target. Tack on one more. 37-13 now. The Ashe County Huskies really pulling away from the Blackhawks as we take a look at that one on the Ashe County Ford drive to the end zone.
Yeah, quick little drive there. 2 plays, 29 yards, just 13 seconds. And, of course, that tipped pass fell right into the hands of Mason McNeil right there on the goal line. And Ashe able to punch that one in quick. And really another punch to the Blackhawks' chances here tonight. Time certainly not in their favor anymore. Third quarter almost over. And Ashe up big, 37-13.
Yeah, that may be the knockout punch from the Ashe County Huskies. You said we still got another quarter to go to play in this ball game, but trailing 37-13. This Ashe County defense too, Nate, pitching a shutout through the last, well, we'll almost call it here now a full 2 quarters, all of the second quarter, and now up until the 1:56 mark here in the third period.
Yeah, it's a good job from Ashe all around. We've just they've played some really good football the last quarter, couple quarters anyway. West Wilkes hoping they can find some of that momentum they had in the first quarter, but it may come a little bit too late if they do find it.
Another deep kick from Richardson will be fielded around the 12-13 yard line. Nice return there from number 7, J.C. Dixon, out across the 25, nearly to the 30-yard line. They will say he got there. So pretty good field position to start off this drive. We'll have to try to make a desperate comeback attempt. The return man, Dixon, is down on the field. Didn't really see what happened, and couldn't tell from here on the bottom of that pile. As he does get to his feet, always good to see there. I think he's going to be just fine. They just had the wind knocked out of him or something like that. Got to hope that's all it was.
Yeah, looks like he's going to be all right, hopefully. Nothing too serious there. Able to get up pretty quick.
1:50 to go in the third period of play as the Blackhawks come back onto the field on offense, 1st and 10. Saw some nice looks from them on that previous drive. Then the interception quickly ended that one, courtesy of Garrett Miller. He's a guy, Nate, we talk about players who are seniors and relatively inexperienced at the varsity level that have had to step up and make big contributions. He's been one of many this season.
Yeah, we had a couple of good lockdown cornerbacks last year. We saw Matthew Hamilton and Kenny Reed out there. Both those guys leaving. Left quite a bit of void in the secondary, but Garrett Miller has stepped up this year and really locked down one of those starting cornerback spots. And we haven't seen teams go after him very much at all. So, you know, teams obviously respect his ability to cover out there on the edge.
Here's another run play on 2nd down. This one does get some positive, yields some positive yardage.
Chandler Caldwell carrying the ball for West Wilkes is stopped
Caudle
by
gets
Tristan
about
Jones.
6.
That's a gain of maybe 6 or so on the play.
3rd down and 4 now. Well, they moved it back now, so it's 3rd and 5. Right on the 35-yard line. Nice run there from Chandler Caudle. And this time the option going to throw it off to the near side, but it was short. And that was Ortiz throwing to the starting quarterback who's been in there for the majority of the snaps tonight, Trenton Walsh, but that one a bit too short. That's going to bring up 4th and 5. I think the Blackhawks keep the offense on the field. No, they're going to drop back to punt this one away.
Leading Starmount, 24-14. Hendersonville beating Avery.
Just got a score update there, Nate. Wilkes Central leading Starmount.
Yeah, I figure Wilkes Central will come out pretty fired up after their poor performance against the Huskies. And Starmount a good team, no doubt, but Wilkes Central.
Oh, wow, and a little bit of extracurricular activity there going on. I couldn't tell if McNeil had signaled. It looked like he did. He says he waved the fair catch, and then the contact was made, and he sort of threw the ball back at the defensive player, but doesn't escalate much further than that, than just him asking for the penalty marker to fly. That was Tanner Clifton making a little bit of contact, not a lot there. A little surprised McNeil and Price earlier even wanted to handle these balls on these punts from West Wilkes, but doing a nice job making the reception then, or making the catch, I should say, and retaining the possession of the ball.
Yeah, it's a little bit surprising. Man, McNeil's really convinced he waved for a fair catch out there, but the official just not going to have any of it. Certainly, if he did wave for a fair catch, that certainly should have been a penalty.
Under 30 seconds to play as they'll just hand this one off. That's Revis getting the carry that time for the Huskies. Getting the backups in there, some of the younger guys, get them some reps at the varsity level, always a good thing.
44 carrying the ball for the Huskies.
Revis gets about 3 yards. As time going to wind on down here, that will likely be the final play of the quarter. And the clock rolls on down. Hits zeros, and we're done through 3 quarters of play. Ashe County Huskies fully in control, really swung things back in their favor in a big way. They lead 37-13. We'll be back. More homecoming football on Friday Night Football on Sky Zone Sports here on Sky Zone HD, Channel 1.
When it comes to insuring your home, business, automobiles, and property, you want an agency you can depend on. Miller Insurance has been serving this region for more than 60 years and are proud to now represent Everett Cash Mutual, which specializes in insuring farm property, equipment, livestock, and more. Before you renew your insurance policies, give us a call at 336-246-7151 or come see us in downtown West Jefferson. Miller Insurance is proud to be your hometown insurance agency that supports our hometown teams.
Little's Health and Fitness began in 1981. We are a 24/7 full-service, family-friendly fitness center with the finest equipment from Life Fitness, Hammer Strength, and Body Masters, as well as a great staff to help you get started. We have a 22-piece cardio area, so waiting is rarely a problem. We offer group classes for all levels, an extensive array of weights and machines, perfect for the beginner to advanced. We also have meal replacement shakes, tanning, dressing rooms with private showers, personal trainers, and child care is also available.
Good evening once again from Ashe County High School on Friday Night Football. Homecoming at ACHS as the Huskies crowned the homecoming queen at halftime and look to crown themselves as victors tonight, fully in control of this thing. And there's a nice run from your backup running back, Nate, as Revis plows his way ahead, picks up the first down, and then a few.
Yeah, Revis, a youngster out there, just a sophomore, but he's been listed on the varsity roster all season long, so he's been up here playing with the varsity guys all year long, practicing at least, and now really getting a chance to shine in the backfield. And we've seen him get 2 or 3 carries tonight. He much like Scott Sullivan, he's a tough guy to bring down. Maybe not as well, certainly not as big, maybe not as powerful, but he really hits the hole just as hard.
And there we see another nice run as he hits the hole and was tripped up initially. And he's got another very nice carry to his credit on that 8-yard scamper. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 2. Just a couple yards shy of another first down as he works it into West Wilkes territory down at the 46-yard line. And he gets the carry again, does Revis. He's going to be very close to a first down, maybe just shy. They're going to spot him, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and short situation. It's something, Nate, we've seen the Huskies go to, and it really coincides with the success on the ground game. They've liked that set, bringing Jake Richardson into the backfield as an extra blocker.
Yeah, he's kind of playing like a hybrid type fullback back there, and he's just doing a tremendous job. Especially making holes and any kind of pass rush off the edge. He's doing a pretty good job with that as well. Something the Husky offense added a little bit of a new wrinkle into, and it's really working out well.
This time, Ellis going to keep it himself, trying to get that first down yardage. Going to be denied, though. A nice play made by that defensive unit. His counterpart on the other side, Walsh, laying the decisive blow. Drops him in the backfield, loss of about a yard. Bring up 4th and short.
4th down now coming up for the Huskies.
And they may be a little surprising here. It looks like the Huskies are going to bring on the punting unit.
Yeah, I think the Huskies are happy taking chances, trying to pin the Blackhawks back instead of giving them better field position.
Low snap that time. McNeil able to recover, and he takes a hit after the fact as a fair catch is called for and made at the 15-yard line. And there we see the running into the kicker penalty marker fly. Can't do that.
Yeah, that's definitely roughing the kicker there. As sometimes you'll see at the college and pro level, there'll be debate over the 5 or 15-yard penalty, but that'd be a 15-yard penalty at any level. You just come in and level McNeil with that one.
So roughing the kicker is the official call. As the Ashe County offense will make their way back onto the field.
And we're going to call another 50-50 ticket. So after this play, we're going to try it again. Have your 50-50 tickets
All the way
out.
down to
We'll
the
be calling
30-yard
another
line.
ticket after this
As Colin
play.
Ellis comes back out, leading this offense once again. Still, majority of the starters in the ball game, with the exception of Sullivan. There's a bad snap, and then Ellis just going to have to fling this one to the sidelines. Threw that one away.
Colin Ellis throwing the ball
Had some
away.
trouble handling the snap.
Flag on
And we
that
do see a
play.
late flag come onto the field as well.
So they get them for intentional grounding on this one.
And an intentional grounding call against Ashe County.
I guess they still said he was in the pocket, trying to evade a couple of tacklers. I didn't see that one, but nonetheless, the call has been made. We see some Husky players out there holding their hands up, wondering why they threw that one.
617-511-617-511.
So mark them back
If that's your number,
to the
report to the press
43-yard
box
line.
and write your winnings.
Loss of downs as well. Second down, over 20 to go for the first. 3 wide set. They're just going to hand this one off. Here goes Revis. He's got some open space. Runs into his own man, though, and that's going to be a tackle by Judd Price in the books.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll get credit for it, but he definitely should on that one.
Regardless, a nice run by Revis. If he could have sidestepped his own man there, he may have had another 10, 12 yards. He had a lot of open space. So he picks up close to 10 yards. It's going to make it a more manageable situation on third down. We'll call it 3rd down and 11. Sticking with this 3 wide set. Now I've got Sullivan back into the ball game. A little curious decision, I think, to bring him in, as he gets really nothing on that play. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll make it 4th down and 11. Ball on the 31-yard line of West Wilkes.
Interesting to see if we try to punt it from here or not. That's not a whole lot to gain if you kick it into the end zone, but be surprised. I'm sure they'll probably try to go for it here.
Do you want to try the 48-yarder from Richardson? Test your luck.
Yeah, let's press the luck a little bit. See if we can build even some more confidence in Kendall Richardson's leg. That last kick was in the pouring rain. That was a heck of a kick.
And they're going to go for it off of play action. Here's the throw to the outside. It is caught by Richardson, but nothing more. He's going to be dropped immediately. Nice play by number 10, Kyle Gamble. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. That'll give the ball back to the Blackhawks on their own 30-yard line.
Pass completed to Jake Richardson.
1st and 10.
And that will result in a turnover. West Wilkes now will have the ball with a 1st and 10 down at their own 31.
First down play yields next to nothing. As Cottle is on the carry again. No gain, they'll call it. Bring up 2nd down and 10. Working our way down inside of 7.5 minutes in the 4th quarter of play. Huskies fully in control, as you can tell on the Miller Insurance scoreboard, 37-13. This Husky defense has really shown up from the 2nd quarter on tonight, carrying over that same success from Monday when they held that potent Wilkes Central offense to only 7 points. And tell you, that was really a story in itself.
Yeah, that was a great defensive effort. Absolutely. Very little you can complain about from that game for the Huskies. They absolutely dominated Wilkes Central for the most part. And I'm sure now they'll be happy to be back on somewhat of a regular schedule playing tonight. And Obviously looking towards next Friday as well. Won't be having to get ready and play on a Monday night this week, so Huskies will be sure happy to be back to more of the norm.
And here comes a deep throw that is launched, and Garrett Miller, he had his sights on that one, but just over his hands. He was looking for Ortiz on the near sideline. Pass falls incomplete. We'll go ahead and take a look here at the remaining Ashe County schedule. Still not final in this one, though. It looks like the Huskies are going to improve to 4-3 and 3-0 in conference. And talk about it, got our sights set. Next week should be a barn burner in Rhonda, North Carolina, down at East Wilkes.
Yeah, East Wilkes. This is something they're not really familiar with. I think I read somewhere this is the best start they've had since 1981. So it's not been a team like this come through Rhonda in a long time. And East Wilkes certainly enjoying this year, enjoying this team, and they've really been putting a beat down on a lot of teams.
And there we saw the deep pass fall incomplete.
Pass was on the turnover.
That's going to be a turnover on downs, and the Huskies will get the ball right back on the 31-yard line where the last drive stalled. And looking farther out there, Huskies going to be back home after that, Nate, for the rest of the season. So some favorable matchups there, mixed in with a date with Starmount.
Yeah, that Starmount game, it's turned into a nice little rivalry with the kids from Boonville down there. They've kind of had Ashe's number, unfortunately, but there have been some years when they would come into Husky Stadium undefeated. We'd knock them off too, so it goes both ways. But for Ashe, they've really got two really key games to focus on and just take care of business against the other two guys where, based on how the season's going, we've been the better team, but the Starmount and East Wilkes games, that could really go either way.
And we'll see West Wilkes-Barre their first timeout of the second half. It is a Little's Health and Fitness Center timeout. And, yeah, you said that Starmount matchup, it's been one that's really plagued the Huskies here the past couple of seasons, cost them some outright titles.
Yeah, it really hurt last year. It just beat us down pretty bad down there in Boonville, so really cost us, as you said, the outright title and undefeated conference season. This year, hopefully, maybe we can repay the favor to them. Be a nice little change up here on the mountain. Get them up here, see if we can put a little beat down on them.
Looking ahead, though, we've got to have that showdown next week, and we've heard some scores at East Wilkes in comfortable margin there against Elkin, as well as this one here tonight for the Huskies. Still nothing official yet, but it's looking like both of those teams, Nate, are going to be undefeated. And whoever wins that contest next Friday really going to be in the driver's seat for a conference title.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be a real tough game down there at East Wilkes. I think Ashe has played pretty well down there. I think we've won 2 or 3 down there here lately, but East Wilkes, this is a different team. One of the better teams they've had in a long time, and good mix of size and strength and speed out there. It'll be a different matchup.
Grant Thompson here's taking the last couple of snaps for the Huskies as he's into the ball game now. He's going to keep it on the option carry up to the right side and picks up a yard or 2 on the second down carry. Good to see him getting some reps at his more natural position.
Grant Thompson on that carry, brought down by number 44.
Of the quarterback.
Wagner for the West Wilkes.
And he talked about it before, just kind of a guy who's biding his time right now, making his contributions on offense as a wide receiver. But looking forward, this guy's probably in line to be the next starting quarterback at Ashe County High School after Colin Ellis.
Yeah, he'll get a year quarterback most likely, and I'm sure he'll do he'll pick up on the system just as well as Colin has. And I don't know what a lot of people expected from Colin this year, but I think he's really just exceeded all expectations moving from wide receiver to quarterback. He's just had a tremendous year, and it's really brought a whole new aspect to the Husky offense using his athletic ability on the ground.
Yeah, he along with the entire team, of course, improving every game, and that's something that we knew it was going to be a difficult start to the season in a lot of ways for the Huskies, and it was, but they rebounded nicely, and the win here tonight will keep this win streak going as we see a pass tipped around and was nearly intercepted. He was looking in the direction of Mason McNeil.
Grant Thompson on that pass.
But now, you know, after the slow start, as we said, 0-3, Huskies get the win here tonight. We'll move to 4-3 on the season and get that win streak really going, 4 in a row, and a nice start, 3-0 in conference play. Can't do much better than that here since the first 3 games of the season.
Yeah, and the Ashe offense is really kind of added on to what it had been doing last season, but also added in some nice little rushing plays as well. We've seen Sky Sullivan tonight, just been an absolute great game from him. Trio of touchdowns, but you know, it's a nice little addition to have that rushing attack. Maybe we didn't have last year. Of course, we'd have Connor Bowers. He was, you know, just chucking it all over the field. Had a bunch of weapons out there. So
hey, how about this carry back to the action, Nate? We see Chandler Cottle once again.
Got to give credit to Cottle. He's not going to give up out there, especially a senior. You know, he wants to keep fighting out there. And we've seen him several games in the Black Hawk uniform. He's been here forever, so you know he's not going to go out there and just give up.
Yeah, he's a mainstay in this offense as he moves it into Husky territory. And on the 49-yard line, excuse me, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff to number 31, Noah Dancy, getting another carry, but he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. That makes it 2nd down and 10. And looking ahead now for the Blackhawks, Nate, what do you expect for them as you look at the schedule the rest of the way? Elkin at Allegheny at North Wilkes, and then they're going to have a big game to close out the season against East.
Yeah, they've got 3 really favorable games coming up. Elkin, Allegheny, North Wilkes, all pretty much they're in the same little area at the bottom of the standings, and you know those games could mean a whole lot, especially for playoff purposes. Blackhawks, they're going to need a couple more wins to get in the playoffs for sure. But if they can pull off 3 wins and maybe pull off an upset against East Wilkes, that'd be a nice way to end the season for them, and certainly give them a little bit of momentum for the playoffs coming up.
As you said, be some interesting matchups the next 3 weeks for them. Some winnable matchups will be there for the taking. As we see a nice run up the middle, going to be close to a 1st down was Dancy, going to be stopped about a yard or so shy. And that's going to bring up a 4th down situation. They need to get it just inside of the Ashe County 40. Under 3 minutes to go in a 37-13 ball game. Here at homecoming, Ashe County High School. Congratulations again to Sydney Neves, named the 2015 Ashe County Homecoming Queen. Last year's champ, Maggie Witherspoon, here to bestow that crown upon her. And we see another run there for the Blackhawks. It's going to result in a 1st down, so move the chains down to the 32-yard line. Dancy again on the carry. Tristan Jones first to contact after a gain of about a yard or so. Inside of 2.5 minutes in a game that's been decided here for a while, Nate. He's putting the finishing touches here. Overall, what's your takeaway here as we close this game out from the Ashe County Huskies?
Well, it's been all Huskies in the 2nd half, and that nice little burst to end the 2nd quarter going into halftime with 10 points. That really made a big difference, and then the rain coming down, I think that might have really hurt West Wilkes' offense. They just had no answer, no way to come back from a deficit, and the Husky offense just getting right down to the grindstone, just running that football, and just ate some time off the clock, picked up some yards, added a couple touchdowns. So for the Huskies, big time win. West Wilkes not the best of opponents out there, but anytime you play somebody on homecoming, you want to win, you want to come out there and look good, and after the 1st quarter, the Huskies did all that and more.
Split back set on 1st and 10. The handoff goes to Cottle. Man, closing quickly on him was that defensive line of the Ashe County Huskies.
Number 60,
Colton Miller and number 40, Connor Campbell. A couple of the young guns getting in on the action there. Good to call out their names. Mark him down for a loss of a yard on the play. 2nd and 11. On the 20-yard line of the Huskies. Clock still rolling inside a minute and a half. Cottle, nothing doing there. Nice burst by that Husky defensive line. And they'll drop him for a loss on the play. He loses a couple more. It'll be 3rd down, about 13 to go.
It looked like Colt Miller again in there. He's getting his money's worth here in the end of the 4th quarter, getting that uniform dirty.
We're inside of a minute now. Walsh going to roll out on the near side, looking to throw as the left-handed QB. No, he just tucks and runs. He's inside the 20, the 15. He's looking toward the end zone, but, man, he's met hard. He slipped a little bit, and then a couple of guys laid the boom on him, Matthew Greer and Garrett Miller.
Yeah, I don't blame him for trying to slide down there, avoid that that oncoming train there. That would have been a couple full-speed hits.
So nice gainer on the ground that time on the QB scramble. Down inside the 10. 1st and goal, handoff. Huskies doing a nice job, though, of clogging up the middle. Still a pretty good pickup there, about 3 or 4 yards. We're inside 20 seconds now. And that could have been the final play. See if West Wilkes tries to get it in the end zone, make it look a little more respectable in the final scoreboard. And they will get this off out of the I formation. Handoff up the middle to Dancy. He is met by a brick wall that is the Ashe County defensive front. And that defensive line throws him down, and we are going to go final. Clock hits zeros, and it is official now. The Ashe County Huskies continue their winning ways, their 4th win in a row, and stay undefeated in conference play, taking this one by a final of 37-13 over the West Wilkes Blackhawks.
Yeah, great job by Ashe closing this out, getting the win, and beating the teams you're supposed to beat. No letdown after the big Wilkes Central win, and certainly not caught looking ahead to the upcoming East Wilkes game. Able to come in tonight, take care of business on homecoming.
So that is our final score as the 2 teams meet. We do have a few unofficial stats tonight and some of the top performers. Colin Ellis, Nate, he started off there pretty good on the first drive and then a little inaccurate, just finished up around 7 of 18. Again, these are unofficial stats, but all in all, a pretty good game. Did have a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown, although he did have those 2 early picks.
Yeah, of course, Sky Sullivan 3 rushing touchdowns, and Mason McNeil just doing what he does best out there, catching passes, reeling in touchdowns. Of course, Garrett Miller, interception, credit to him. Judd Price slowed down a little bit tonight, but you know, all in all, another solid performance from the Huskies.
So a lot to take away here. Good defensive effort once again. It's really carried over. I think that defensive play really started last week. Those guys really got fired up against Wilkes Central, and that's carried over and hopefully will continue to really be the main line of this Husky team here.
Yeah, that defense, they've improved pretty much weekly as the seasons went on. And, you know, a lot of teams that run the football well, they were probably licking their chops early in the season, thought they were going to get some good ground yards against us. But here down the stretch, it's a whole different story. The Husky rush defense playing a whole lot better.
As the team continues to progress, we look forward to bringing you more action, what should be a great matchup next week at East Wilkes. Keep it locked in right here for more Friday Night Football on Sky Zone Sports and Sky Zone HD Channel 1. And for everyone at the Sky Zone studios in West Jefferson, for Nathan Ham, Corbin Richardson, I'm Tyler Rash. Thanks for watching.